what you're looking for, and probably a few things you didn't know you needed. Trusted brands, tons of options, and undefeatable prices. Right now, get up to $50 off select Taurus firearms through April 6th. Academy. Fun can't lose. Age restrictions apply. Remember to always keep it safe.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Wednesday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day. And we do have a banger of a show for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. That will do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock, it's Animal House, Central Florida Zoo dropping by. 4:20, it's Scott Maxwell. Great piece today about paying politicians more money, something I've talked about before in the past. Todd Cook will join us in the 5 o'clock hour. He's the Eco Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the city of Melbourne. We had a great conversation about what happens to our waste and all that stuff, plus the idea of recycling, because that thing kind of got blown up
it did.
A couple years ago. We're going to talk to him about that. Plus, we'll hear from Ross Padgett, and we'll do You Heard It Here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight out producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Find us easily on social. Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show. And all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you check us out on YouTube, RealRadio.fm/watch. That's where our chat room is. We put the question of the day in there so you can go in and give us your opinion. And if you want to send a talk back, that's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack.
Superstar.
And we'll get you on the air. Superstardom.
You know it.
Right around the corner, Deb. 30 years, but you can just send a talk back and boom.
I know.
You're in like Flynn. How you guys doing today?
Good. Excited.
Yeah, man, I got to tell you, it's so funny. We have so many launches around here that happens all the time, sometimes 2 in a day.
Yeah.
Usually they're carrying up toasters, satellites and whatnot.
One of which apparently broke into tens of pieces, which what SpaceX is calling, quote, an anomaly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But this one has people on it, so it's garnering a ton of information, or Attention, yeah.
Yeah, our first lunar launch, or, to be close to the moon since 1972.
Right, so it's kind of a big deal. And, of course, Deb reported yesterday about 400,000 people are descending on the area from all over the world to check that out. I guess Jetty Park sold out of parking passes yesterday or the day before. And they say that there's not a green space on that side of town that doesn't have a camper or a car parked out to watch this thing happen today at 6:20, which we are going to bring you live, courtesy of our outside reporter, Deborah Roberts.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I talked to the engineer.
Uh-huh.
And Just make sure I don't get trapped up on the roof, you guys. Because I was told, just go up these stairs and take a right, and then you're going to see another right, and then go through that door, and then you're going to go through the other door.
You've done it before, right? You've been up there before, right?
But with the engineer, I've never been up there on my own.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
And engineer,
You'll leave me up there. I know you.
Well, the funny thing is, too, is the instant you open the door up there, the AC system's sitting in your lap. You have to, like, be a parkour specialist to even get to one flat part where you can see anything going on.
Oh, my favorite part was, so if the latch won't open, there's a cabinet, and then there's an Allen wrench, and in the middle of it, and I'm like, hi.
When an engineer explains something, it's great because in their head, it makes perfect sense.
I know.
It's like, hey, look, don't worry about it. It's only 40 steps.
Exactly.
What is your problem?
Exactly.
But today at 6:20, Deb's going to go up on the roof, and we're going to get her up on the up on our system here, and we'll hear her call the launch.
Yeah, Deb will be on the iHeart launch system.
Yeah, which is the roof of the building.
You got it.
Love it.
I'm here for the team.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Seriously. Can I use wads of paper to keep those things open, or is that going to set off an alarm and we're going to be swarmed?
Let's find out.
Okay, I like that. It's content.
Just take something up there to wedge in the take up.
Well, that's what I'm afraid of. If I wedge it and keep it open, will I be setting off alarms?
No, I don't think it works like that.
Yeah,
I've been up there.
Yeah,
I did a photo shoot up there once.
Use Jim's toupee.
I don't have a toupee, obviously, Jack. It's holding the door open. I talked to Scott Brown this morning a little bit, our buddy over at Edgewater Family Wealth. He was on with us yesterday.
Yeah.
I was just talking to him about some stuff to do with the segment and stuff, and he was like, hey, I'm doing something kind of cool right now, or I just did something this morning that's kind of cool. And I know you've done this. Jack and I don't believe have done this. I think Jack maybe has done a shorter version, but I'm not 100 on this. He took the Brightline down to Miami this morning.
Oh,
cool.
that is a good time.
Down there taking care of a couple things with his daughter, and he just kind of brought that up. And I was like, well, what was it like? He goes, dude, it was awesome. 3.5 hours.
Yep.
No dealing with the traffic, no dealing with any of that. The ride was smooth. Wi-Fi. Could have a conversation. Don't have to worry about that. Can check out for a couple hours. Just wind up in Miami.
You get refreshments. They have drinks. There are places to plug in your power bank for your laptop, your iPad, your phone. The seats are comfortable, and you don't have to worry about the traffic.
I want to do it.
I do too, buddy. I want to do it so bad.
I have an upcoming trip. I have an upcoming reason to be in Miami. However, it doesn't time out like for me to be able to use that. I investigated it, and it's like it's actually cheaper if I just drive.
Now the funny thing is this is exactly what I told him. I said my wife and I considered that last September when we went down because we sailed out of Miami. For the cruise. But I said, all the reviews that I read about it said it's great. It takes you right to that station, but getting from the station over the terminal is a little clunky. They don't have that quite figured out yet to kind of make sure that it's nice and smooth, that you don't have any hookups or mess ups or whatever. And I said, when they nail that, dude, that is going to be a game changer, buddy.
And I talked to someone who works at Brightline. He came to one of our events. He says hi, by the way. Yeah, but he also said, if you're going for a cruise, it's better to go to the day before just in case.
Right.
Like, let's say there's an accident, like someone crosses over and hits the train and it slows down, and then, it makes you late. So for safety, you go the day before. And then if you're doing that, now you need a hotel room.
Yeah.
So then the cost is going
right. And I completely understand that. I think that they've gotten it down to a point where you don't really have to worry a lot about that. I know that that's an anomaly that could certainly happen. And if you don't have cruise or trip insurance, that would be a major bad deal. But just the parking, buddy. Listen, the parking to put your car in one of the parking garages for a week would cost as much as getting down there using the train. Like it's like $60 a day or $50 a day or something.
Oh no, you get $110 for the week.
Where?
At a garage. Parksafe.com.
Yeah. Is that the one where the terminal is?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to share it with you, but he did.
I'm telling you, when we were over there last time, it was not that cheap. It was way more than that. Well, it was like $30 or $40 a day. It was like parking at the airport.
If you park at the terminal.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, it's a remote, and then you take a shuttle over.
Yeah.
I do the same thing in Canaveral.
We park right there at the terminal, and
you pay that,
and it's the same as same as parking in an airplane. So that ticket alone would be enough to drive down. So he said it was amazing. I think it's kind of cool.
Well, somebody just texted us at 77031. I'm sure you can figure out who this is. Dude, We took it down to Miami for a cruise. They literally load an Uber voucher into your account and pay for your Uber over to the port, which is about 5 minutes away. Not difficult at all.
That's crazy. See, when I read all about it, I didn't have any experience with it. It didn't say that at all. It said you got to be very careful over there because of where it is and then what you're getting and how you get over to the port. It could just be sketchy. So we didn't do it. But I may do it next time because I'm telling you, the train thing sounds fun.
Well, we had considered driving down for the Taylor Swift concert. And then once you get down to the Taylor Swift concert, you were like, what were we thinking?
Right, exactly.
We might get to Miami, but then trying to get anywhere near the stadium would have been ridiculous. So, but of course, that was a station and Brightline promotion. But if there's something like that, I don't know enough about baseball, Jack, to know if the Marlins take on the Yankees. No.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point they do. Haven't looked ahead, but also it depends on how many people. So a car full of 4. I could take a car full of 4 for the same price of driving down as opposed to 4 tickets on the Brightline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
I ran the numbers.
Somebody also said that if you don't get the right seat, it's also a completely different experience. If you don't get the premium seating, it's a completely different gig altogether because maybe you're just like sitting in a regular chair as opposed to a comfortable chair for 3.5 hours.
That's what we did. I mean,
I love the idea of the Brightline. Matter of fact, I really would like one to go from Orlando to Tampa.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I will use it when it's good for me to use it. But you said you thought I did that. There's no shorter Brightline.
I thought you did the one in town.
Just
to get an idea of riding a train like
Sunrail.
that.
Yeah, that's the light rail, and that was great too. As a matter of fact, I'm wondering now that we confirmed that we will have the Jacksonville Jaguars in the 2027 season, if they're going to run it on Sundays for those days.
Oh,
that
would be badass.
That would be great.
I can't imagine if they don't, the kind of traffic. The money that they could make, and that could offset the terrible traffic. Because I think around that time, FDOT is planning construction around that area around this.
Really?
Yeah. And that's going to add lots of fun.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Of course, the launch is the big news today. Deb posed a question to us right before the show started. She goes, "Hey, do you think we could spend, or you think 4 people, like if Ross was here with us, that we could all spend 10 days in one room, like the size of the room we're in here now, which is like maybe 300 square feet?"
Yeah, that's about the size of the Orion capsule.
Yeah. About 300 square feet or so. Would you be able to do that? Could you stay in a room with myself, Deb, and Ross for 10 days?
I could, but who do you think, Deb, would be the first one we would want to kick off the island?
Ross. It's Ross, and we all know it. I wouldn't make a noise, and I know how to cook.
You snore. No doubt you snore.
And I know how to cook, so I know my value.
There's no cooking.
There's no cooking.
What do you mean there's no cooking?
We're eating freeze-dried food.
Oh, come on. I can make it taste better.
We're drinking Tang. Tang and freeze-dried ice cream.
Who do you think, seriously? Well, here's the thing. You could have nicotine patches, so I guess the smoking thing could still be...
Jeez.
Didn't even think about that, did you?
Didn't
even think about that, did you?
We're kicking Deb out.
Yeah. Well,
Deb will kick herself out.
Yeah.
I will do like...
Deb's going out in space.
Spacewalk smoke break?
Was it Phil Hartman on News Talk or News Radio, the old TV show where he tried to quit smoking, so he made a belt out of nicotine patches, and you're only supposed to wear one at a time?
Oh, yeah. He was stacking them like insurance?
Exactly. I mean, as long as we have tubes of bourbon for Jack and myself and nicotine patches, I think Jack and I would be fine. I think we may want to kick Ross off.
Yeah, I think Ross is gone.
I was kidding. It's April Fool's Day, dude. Come on.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. So there's a new James Bond has been revealed. It's kind of an interesting thing, right? The Villages is a community of rumors, I am finding out. Because I just read a great story about a lot of the rumors that go into the Villages and how they got started and what those things actually mean. And it actually just kind of takes the knife out of the story, which I was kind of bummed out about. I think it's a better story if they're out there banging all crazy.
I still believe they are.
The cost of bottled water is set to soar because of the Straits of Hormuz, which is kind of interesting. Have you guys seen the video of the Deep Jaw release from Leanne Rimes? Have you seen this thing?
No.
Okay, we'll talk about that a little bit later.
What the hell is that?
And Disney has a deal that I actually think a lot of people are going to take advantage of. All that coming up today. Deb, what do you have for news?
Well, of course, we're going to continue to talk about the countdown is on for Artemis II's crewed flight around the moon. Florida's version of the SAVE Act is now law. And another reason to turn your eyes to the skies. We'll talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traffic still backed up due to that crash on I-95 northbound before U.S. Highway 1. 2 right lanes are blocked. The left lane's only getting by there. Expect to get caught up in some typical delays starting to form on I-4 in Florida's Turnpike. Eastbound on the beach line's going to be busier than normal. Before Innovation Way at Stop and Go, we got a rocket launch later this evening out in the Space Coast. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. Ready or not, retirement is coming. If your portfolio isn't built for market ups and downs, Noble Gold Investments can help. Learn how easy it is to protect your savings with physical gold and silver. Get your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Central Florida, spring has finally arrived, and that means now is the perfect time to reduce your energy bills while improving your home's value. Renewal by Andersen's acclaimed replacement windows and doors are crafted for homeowners who want the elegance, strength, and stability of wood without the high maintenance. And during Renewal by Andersen's exclusive 1 month only sale, when you purchase one window or door, you'll receive the second 40% off. Many homeowners say the transformation is immediate: quieter rooms, regulated temperatures, and a level of comfort that can't be matched by others. In fact, JK says, love Renewal by Andersen, always professional, deliver as promised, and have such beautiful products. Their salespeople are top notch. And with zero down, zero payments, and 0% interest for 12 months, upgrading your home has never been more achievable. Hurry though, this offer ends April 30th. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your complimentary in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenicklygroup.com.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Streaming now on Hulu.
Taylor Swift's first awards show appearance this year.
Taylor Swift is here.
Miley Cyrus takes home the Innovator Award.
Miley Cyrus.
John Mellencamp wins the Icon Award.
Plus performances from Alex Warren,
Kehlani, Lainey Wilson, Ray,
TLC, Salt and Pepper, In Vogue, and more.
all hosted by Ludacris.
You know what time it is.
Our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Now streaming on Hulu.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at UFLstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
You could file your taxes on a basic free service, which is fine. But are you okay with fine? Because when it's your money on the line, do you really want to guess if you missed a credit or hope the math is right? Get the confidence of TurboTax for free right on the Intuit Credit Karma app. Free Fed and free state for simple 1040s only. Around 37% of filers qualify. See details at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for EITC, CTC, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Sunnyside drains.
My drains are backing up.
I'm counting imaginary llamas. 8, 9.
What about my drain?
Wait, sheep are more fun. 10, 11.
I should have called 12, Frank Gay.
13.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
Frank Gay Services are the plumbers you can count on. From clogged drains to leaky pipes, we fix it all. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankAServices.com.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code CURRENT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code CURRENT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Hey guys, do you want male performance in the bedroom and do you want it now? Get it in 47 seconds or less. For the first time, you can have instant male enhancement. Introducing Knox 47, the topical male enhancement that works in 47 seconds or less. Satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, after years of scientific research, our proprietary formula will allow you to perform in the bedroom like never before. Just imagine that little blue pill on steroids. No reason to settle and wait when you can get instant performance now. Forget about pills and potions that make you wait hours or up to 30 days to work. That's yesterday's news. Knox 47 is brand new. The hottest thing for men. And you don't need a prescription. Call now and get your free supply for a limited time.
Find out how to get Knox 47 for free. Call now. 800-481-9964. That's 800-481-9964. Free bottles for a limited time. Call 800-481-9964. That's 800-481-9964.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
10-10 shots fired, City Hall building.
How could this have happened in City Hall? Somebody tell me that.
A shocking public murder.
This is one of the most dramatic events that really ever happened in New York City politics.
I screamed, get down, those are shots.
A tragedy that's now forgotten. And a mystery
that may or may not have been political. It may have been about sex.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Rorschach, Murder at City Hall, and listen now.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Ohana, how's it? Hump
brother?
Day? Artemis Day? Not too bad over here in Indiana right now, though. I just heard from Innovation Way on the B line going east is stop and go. Not surprised. Jimmy, why don't they have a space program south of the border?
I don't know.
Because every time they would say launch, everybody would go to eat. Aloha.
Easy now. Are you all right?
I'll have some lunch. Don't be creepy.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there, and Deb has your news.
Do it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, has this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And this just in, you have just been kicked out of our Orion spacecraft capsule.
Oh, yeah, really? Because
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to have a nice big pot of cabbage and then hop on board.
Haven't even left the launch pad and you're already kicked off.
I was going to save this one for you, but you can have it now.
What it is, Color Crew? You know, your favorite tea bag in the village of Duval. And today we raise beer to the 4 astronauts shooting their butts up into space. Maybe they'll answer the one question I've always had. What happens when you fart in a small compact capsule in zero gravity. Have a good show, y'all.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll think about that while Deb's doing the news.
It would propel you, right?
Probably if you all farted together.
Theoretically.
And on
well,
that,
not the whole capsule. I meant you inside the capsule.
But if all four farted together, you might get a little extra thrust.
Yeah, right before we take off, I'm like, okay, nobody fart us into a death spin. Please. I don't want to go hurtling through space because you had a hot dog.
All right. Speaking of that, the countdown is on for NASA's first crewed mission around the moon in more than 50 years. Former NASA astronaut Clayton Anderson says the Artemis II crew is dialed in.
Just coming to grips with, hey, it's game time, and we have to put our game face on. We have to be ready and focused to do the jobs that we've been trained to do.
Now, during the 10-day mission, the 4-person crew of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian making history will test Orion systems during a lunar flyby in deep space. It's a test flight in an effort to get humans back to the surface in as little as 2 years. Artemis II's journey will conclude with a Pacific Ocean splashdown off the coast of San Diego. Viewers on the Space Coast will see it almost instantly, and cities from Orlando to Tampa, Sarasota, Jacksonville, West Palm Beach, and Miami should also get a clear look as it climbs, not to mention how far the roar of the engine should reach inland. NASA says the glow will even reach parts of South Georgia.
Damn, really?
As the rocket heads east over the Atlantic.
Very cool.
This next story is really cool because Florida International University helped train 2 of the astronauts taking part in today's Artemis II moon mission. The director of the FIU Aquarius Habitat off Key Largo, Henry Stark, says he's proud to help NASA get astronauts like Canadian mission specialist Jeremy Hansen back to the moon.
We're the only place in the world that is a fixed facility underwater that you are saturated in, which means you can't just come to the surface after you've been down there for 12 hours. You have 16 hours of decompression. Just like the International Space Station, you just can't walk out the door in a training environment.
Henry Stark, doesn't he sound like he should be like Iron Man or something like that? Well, Stark says he's saturated with Commander Reed Weissman for 8 days in 2016 to simulate space exploration conditions. The Aquarius Reef Base is 4 miles off Key Largo and serves as the world's only underwater research station.
Very cool. I'd love to do that.
That'd be
pretty badass. I wonder how deep it is. What's it called again?
It's called the Aquarius Reef Base.
All right, let's go.
I would love to do that as well. All right, another space news. SpaceX has reportedly filed for an initial public offering. According to the Wall Street Journal and Bloomberg, the company turned in a draft IPO filing to the SEC and would be on track to be listed in June. Bloomberg said SpaceX wants to raise as much as...
Oh, that's wild that he's doing this. I saw this today and I was like, I thought it was kind of odd because it had been kind of financed for so long. They must have a pretty big plan. It's got to be $1 trillion.
Ooh. Oh.
You going to show him?
I don't... Yeah. Ooh.
The IPO for SpaceX may not be that much. I mean, but I think they're probably planning on raising that much.
I'll go $500 billion.
$75 billion.
Oh, okay, that's not. God, that was way lower than I thought.
And may seek a valuation of $1.75 trillion.
There you go. That's what I was kind of shooting for.
Now, the filing allows the Texas-based company to get private feedback from regulators and protects itself from public scrutiny, at least temporarily.
Yeah. How deep do you think the Aquarius is?
75 feet. What?
He's probably not too far. 500 feet.
60 feet down.
60 feet?
Yeah,
60 feet.
That's 2 atmospheres.
Yeah.
So you can't just pop up right away.
Right.
You spend a considerable time down there.
Oh, man, I was hoping it's deeper. All right.
Easy.
Well, the less time you can spend in it. You know, because the deeper you go, the less time you have. At least on the oxygen.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're feeding these people oxygen.
But that's interesting to have a scuba diver on, know, on the show who can tell us that that's 2 atmospheres below.
Because I guess if it's an indoor facility, like they go into it, then I guess they're pumping oxygen.
They must
air into that room.
Yeah, 60 feet's not that much.
I mean, and they have to decompress. All right, for more pedestrian air travel, JetBlue Airways is raising its bag fees by at least $4, and that's to combat raising jet fuel prices. Go ahead, give me the buzzer.
Okay.
Check luggage. Thank you. Prices for domestic, Caribbean, and Latin American flights with JetBlue are now starting at $39 for off-peak periods, while fees for peak periods are going to be up to $49. Just get your luggage its own seat. However, travelers with a co-branded credit card and frequent flyers with elite status are exempt from the fees entirely. Airfare has also climbed for routes around the world since the conflict with Iran began, and the higher fees for checked bags are the most recent sign of airlines passing steeper fuel costs down to U.S. consumers. But don't worry. Florida drivers are seeing another jump in gas prices, with the statewide average now at $4.22 a gallon. That's up 10 cents overnight.
Oh, my God.
And more than $1 in the past month. Diesel is costing even more, averaging $5.80 across Florida.
Gosh, man. What are you guys doing out there, man?
Can you believe we can long for the times when it was only $3.99 a gallon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday I actually had this on my sheet to talk about, but I was just like, I just didn't want to talk about it because it was so freaking depressing. But like, how are people doing it? Like, if you're out there and you have to run a diesel to pull your trailer or do whatever your business is, how are you dealing with that? I mean, it's $2 more a gallon. You're putting maybe you're filling up every 2 days, maybe.
Yeah, nationally, gas is running at $4.06 today, with prices already above $5 a gallon in California, Washington, and Hawaii.
Almost $6 out in California.
Yeah, from last I saw was $5.87.
Yeah.
All right, reaction is mixed after the Trump administration moved to exempt Gulf oil drilling from certain endangered species rules. Give me just a moment.
There you go. That's fine.
According to comments made to the Tampa Bay Times, Democrats blasted the decision while Republicans urged caution. Senator Rick Scott said he supports the administration's push for, quote, American energy dominance, end quote, saying the change does not affect the federal drilling moratorium in place through 2032. But St. Petersburg Mayor Ken Welch warned the move risks repeating the damage seen after the Deepwater Horizon spill and called for a permanent offshore drilling ban. All right.
I will pinch my tongue.
Thank you. I'm having to do the same. All right. As I said in the tease, Florida's version of the SAVE Act is now law after being signed by Governor Ron DeSantis during a stop in the Villages. The measure requires proof of U.S. citizenship to register and tightens voter ID rules, with several commonly used IDs no longer accepted at the polls. But that's not all.
The bill also requires all voting to be done using paper ballots, allowing for a verifiable hard copy in the event of a recount.
It also adds new reporting requirements for foreign national involvement in elections and requires candidates to disclose any dual citizenship. Most provisions take effect in 2027, and voting rights groups have already signaled legal challenges.
Yeah, sure, it's going to get legally challenged.
Of course.
Yeah.
So this next story I think is pretty cool and a really smart way to get our young people engaged as they become, future voters. Time is ticking until the August primary and November's election for governor and other key races.
If you're not registered to vote 29 days before the election, you won't be able to participate. And especially for young people, they may not even think about voting until it gets to be a week or two out. And by then, it's too late.
And that's why Broward Supervisor of Elections Joe Scott says they're launching their annual high school voter registration drive today at 44 high, charter, and private schools. It's going to last all month long. 16 and 17-year-olds can pre-register. Now, the state legislature passed a bill requiring someone prove citizenship. Well, we just talked about that while registering to vote. Doesn't affect this November election. It would go into effect on January 1st, depending on the legal challenges.
Gotcha.
Now, currently, applicants provide a Florida's driver's license, ID number, or the last 4 digits of your social security number. And this is what drives me crazy. Elections departments can already confirm citizenship.
Right, yeah.
But we don't have a balanced budget, and we don't have anything on home insurance.
Clear this up, because I can't remember. Other than the Chad thing, right?
Yeah.
Which was back during the Bush-Gore days, right?
Yeah.
That would have been in like 2000?
2000.
Right, in 2000. Do we have an election integrity issue?
No,
we do not, right?
We do not.
We've never had an election
not until
integrity
2020,
issue, right?
Not until 2020.
There's no election integrity issues.
There never has been. And all the lawsuits after 2020 prove that
zero election integrity issues in the state of Florida. None, not one.
This is just a chance to go back to constituents during an election year and say, hey, look at what I did.
Yeah.
All right. Florida's lieutenant governor, Jay Collins, says security at MacDill Air Force Base remains a top concern after an improvised explosive device was found at the base's visitor center. Federal prosecutors say Ellen Zhang planted the device, fled the country, and is now in China, where, of course, U.S. officials can't extradite him. At a news conference near MacDill, Collins raised broader concerns about foreign intelligence laws that could compel Chinese nationals to aid their government. Collins, who is running for governor, says the incident shows the need for tougher border security and possible changes to birthright citizenship laws.
Good luck.
All right, don't be surprised to see armed guards and other beefed up security measures at local temples and synagogues as Passover begins at sundown. Broward Sheriff Gregory Toney says they are on high alert with the war in Iran and the rise in anti-Semitism.
We're not going to dismiss what is a legitimate threat to this community, to our Jewish brothers and sisters out here right now, with the nature of the war that's taking place in Iran.
So access to temples and synagogues is being controlled with locked doors, cameras monitoring entrances, a lot of law enforcement out in the front. Passover, for those who do not know, is an 8-day celebration marking the emancipation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. All right, Tiger Woods says he's, quote, stepping away for a period of time, end quote, to seek treatment and focus on his health following last Friday's rollover crash in South Florida.
I hope he doesn't crash stepping away.
Come on, man.
Too soon, Jimmy.
He's doing the right thing. Give him a break.
Hope he doesn't trip while he's stepping away.
I mean, it only took him a bit to get there.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
Everyone in their own time. You got to be ready for rehab.
Anytime you
That's true.
All you have to do is smear a small fleet of cars all over the U.S. and then eat miscellaneous handfuls of pills, and then off you go.
Just a byproduct of having more money than you need and people around you who will not say no.
Right,
exactly.
1,000%.
I thought about that because I thought about that with that Michael Jackson story we watched for What'd You Do That's New, as well as Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
If you're rich and you have an addiction, your doctor is your death sentence.
You get no chance.
You have no chance because they're never going to tell you no.
And from what I hear about this cat, about Tiger Woods, just from the people around Orlando I know that know him and stuff, like he is not one of these guys that accepts like advice like that. He's not like a, hey, thanks for that heads up, buddy, I appreciate it. He's a, I'm never talking to you again because you said that to me kind of guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
Well, when you're raised to believe you're perfect.
When his whole thing happened with in 2008 with his wife, where she, the golf club to the thing, he was very good friends with a golfer here in Orlando named Mark O'Meara. As a matter of fact, when he came on tour, Mark O'Meara was one of his best buddies. After that, he wouldn't talk to anybody. Like Mark tried to get a hold of him, and from what I understand, and call him and talk to him and try to offer some condolences and maybe somebody to talk to, and he just shut that guy completely down.
Great guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that was facetious. Woods released a statement on his X account saying he was committed to taking the time needed to return in a, quote, healthier, stronger, and more focused place, both personally and professionally, end quote. The golf icon pleaded not guilty to misdemeanor DUI charges related to the crash yesterday. Woods has been charged with driving under the influence with property damage and refusal to submit to a lawful test. He waived his arraignment hearing, which was scheduled for April 23rd. Woods was arrested after the crash near his home on Jupiter Island and released hours later.
By the way, Ray called it. He said that the guy would make a public statement of like, I'm going to rehab or something like that to try to...
I thought it would help his case.
Juice the judge to do that. You said it as well. You're 100%. He texted me this morning and said, nailed it.
Yeah, exactly. Because it looks better for you when you do go to a jury trial, because again, he waived his arraignment and requested a jury trial.
I think his competitive golf career is probably over because of his injuries. I hope he gets well for his family. His kid's about to go to college for the first time. He's got a daughter to raise, a new relationship. I hope he gets it together for his family. That's the number one thing.
You want this story to end well because of what his career meant to so many.
Sure, 100%. It's exactly what I text Ray today, buddy. 100%, literally almost word for word.
All right, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell is going to keep enforcing the Rooney Rule, which requires teams interview minority candidates for coaching and managerial positions.
Take that, Uthmeyer.
This despite the threat of a lawsuit from Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer. Here's what Goodell had to say.
We believe that diversity has been a benefit to the National Football League.
Goodell says they'll, quote unquote, engage with Uthmeyer over his claims that the Rooney Rule incentivizes race-based decisions, which is discrimination and illegal in Florida.
You know what the NFL should do? Take their 3 NFL teams out of Florida.
Oh, my God.
Take that, Uthmeyer.
Yeah,
right.
You win.
Right.
Douchemeyer.
You win.
Douchemeyer. Awesome.
Move one to Mobile, Alabama, where you could literally see it from Florida. The other one to
Savannah, Georgia.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Another reason to turn your eyes to the skies tonight is the full pink moon. Rises tonight, though it won't actually appear pink. The name comes from the spring wildflower phlox, not its color. This full moon also helps set the date for Easter, which falls on the first Sunday after the first full moon of spring. For the best view, look to the eastern horizon at sunset when the moon appears largest, and hope for no cloud cover. And that concludes your JCS News.
Is that the rocket going off,
Yeah,
or the
fart in space,
or the hurtling fart?
Yeah, it could be either. Really,
Yeah.
I was shooting for rocket. Whatever you hear, it's like a Rorschach test.
All right, 77031. That's how you text us. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Classic Alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
You never know just how you look through other people's eyes.
Real Music Weekends are Classic Alternative.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting warm temperatures, pretty seasonable overall, with a high of around 82 degrees today in Orlando. We'll see about a 20% chance of a few stray afternoon light showers. These will drift their way west as the afternoon and evening wears on. As we head throughout the rest of this week, looking drier with warming temperatures as highs approach the mid and upper 80s by Friday and Saturday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. The stock market can't go up forever. What's your plan for what comes next? If you don't have an answer, Noble Gold Investments can help. Noble Gold helps investors protect their portfolios with physical gold and silver. Download your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com before it's too late. NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Can you trust your home flooring needs to a 17-year-old kid that was in the paint department yesterday?
No!
Deal directly with Corey, the owner at Core Flooring. He'll beat anyone's price guaranteed. Core Flooring in Winter Park. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance companies and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anna Jar and Levine. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
When I grow up, I want to be a car mechanic. Or maybe I can be a scuba diver and work on submarines.
Save for technical and trade schools at a risk-free Florida prepaid 529 plan. Enroll by April 30, you can get $50.
We're protecting your identity today.
Yeah.
Because AI was obsessed with you. Yeah. I'm Lori Siegel, and my new podcast, Mostly Human, is your bridge to the future.
Anyone can now be an entrepreneur. Anyone can build an app. And it's very empowering.
Tech moves really fast, but the Mostly Human podcast will help translate what all of this actually means for you.
You know, I think the reality is the genie's out of the bottle.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Most financial advisors only manage your money. They refer you out for taxes. They refer you out for estate planning. They refer you out when things get complicated. Did they really vet that person? Or did they meet once, exchange business cards, and call it a partnership? A referral isn't accountability. It's a handoff. When your investments, taxes, and estate plan are built separately, gaps happen, and those can cost money. At Trajan, we didn't build a referral network. We built a family office for all. Wealth, tax, estate. One team delivering coordinated planning, once reserved for the ultra-wealthy. If you want real coordination and not just introductions, call Trajan Wealth today. Call Trajan today at 407-917-0100. That's 407-917-0100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
What does your ex and traffic have in common? Both can hold you back. At TK Law, they help you move forward with confidence and a plan for your future. TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She could get a deal. Book telehealth if she feel.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
In the store, there's a teddy with straps just like spaghetti, wearing her clothes, silk pantyhose, walking around in women's underwear, Brian Nome.
My wife and I got the biggest kick out of that this morning. We always have a little get-together before she leaves to go to work. We have a coffee, whatever, and hang out a little bit. Kind of discuss some stories that are interesting to us. And I said, did you see the Christy Nome's husband thing? And man.
Instagram has been fun today.
It was a good 10 minutes of solid laughing because of the nipples being in the wrong places. Like one was under the underarm. It was great.
I don't know how Bimbo Byron was never taught how to make sure your headlights are going in the same direction.
And I didn't know about that kink. Bimbofication is what it's called, right? Yeah, that's a thing, right? It's called bimbofication.
I had no idea.
You dress up like an exaggerated version of Barbie or something? That's like what it's supposed to be. That's that kink?
All I know is most women spend their whole lives doing everything to not be considered a bimbo.
Right,
so we're not yucking your yum.
Yeah.
I haven't even seen it.
Oh,
you
my God.
haven't?
It's delicious. Yeah, he makes kissy faces in the hot pink hot shorts with like a nude colored top, and he's got these gigantic clown show balloon boobs, and he's making kissy faces to somebody. Apparently, he said also, he paid those people too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the rumor is up to $25,000 to 3 different women he'd been sending these images to, by the way, while his wife was governor. I believe. Wasn't that when it was? I think his wife was governor while this was happening.
I found my happiness and peace of mind is inversely proportionate to the amount of time on social media.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I got you 100%.
Yeah, but it's so fun.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
There's another viral video going around right now as well. Leanne Rimes, the singer, she was, I think, famous for becoming very famous at a super young age, right?
Blue, like 14 years old.
Blue Moon or...
No. Blue, or I think Blue was
just
in
Blue,
the title.
right?
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
The song, yeah.
Right, and she was 14 or 15 years old.
She also went viral, I want to say, sometime last year when like a bridge or something, some dental work fell out while she was on stage.
Also, she got that rumor that she was a party girl. Like, she got some success when she turned to be a teenager. She had some issues with kind of getting down a little bit.
Who doesn't when you're a teenager and you're famous?
This thing that Jack is about to play on the air with us, I don't think there's any curse words, Jack. I listened to it before the show.
Oh, boy.
I think it's just her making noise. And the thing that they're doing is called a deep jaw release. All right. And I guess it's where a chiropractor or some kind of technician of that nature reaches in and does something inside your jaw. And it's supposed to release a lot of tension in your shoulders and stuff. The reaction she has to the pain, apparently, that is relieved from this procedure is overwhelming. You're going to hear the response she has after this is done. Play it, Jack. You can see it too, by the way. RealRadio.fm/watch.
Oh, why would you do that? It's more like an emotional release.
Yeah, that's what it's wild though, because people when you read about it, most people think it's completely fake.
My life is over.
Yeah.
My life better be over.
What the doctor said, say out loud, that part of your life is over because she
apparently how much tension is in there until it's gone. You got it. Hold on.
There you go.
Again,
There you go. Yeah,
you never really think about the kind of tension you hold into your jaw, your neck when you clench your teeth.
Right. Or sit at a desk with your
Sit at a
hands at a
desk.
computer the whole time. My wife gets that tension in her neck. I have to give her massages all the time because of her job. She sits in one place and does that. But I've not even heard of that. When you look it up, it says it's kind of one of those, it's like a kooky kind of thing. Like, it doesn't, maybe it's psycho, what's the word?
Psychosomatic?
Yeah.
Judging that reaction, I don't know. That seemed to be
Pretty genuine.
a legit, genuine reaction of relief.
It says the jaw is one of the body's primary storage sites for stress. And now I know that to be the truth because, again, when my wife deals with this stuff, you can feel it in that muscle line along her jawline. And when I massage it for her, it really helps quite a bit. So maybe there's something to this.
I did have something similar done to this, but it was not to that level. And you never realize how much tension you're actually holding until someone goes in there and releases muscles that never get massaged.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, I didn't know I had this level of movement in my jaw. I've never had it before. I would clench my jaw so hard at night that I had to get a mouthpiece because it would create migraines. And I used to ask my, the orthodontist or whatever, why is it I can clench my teeth so much harder at night than when I'm awake?
Right.
And he talked about the pounds of exertion that you can do when you're unconscious just because it's unbelievable how hard you can clench your teeth.
Well, a lot of people will actually do that so much they'll break a tooth and get matter of fact, the one that I lost back here in my right of my jaw was that very reason. They say that you bite down so much or clench so much, it'll actually put a fracture or a crack in there. Then you don't realize it because it doesn't hurt immediately.
Yeah.
Then you start eating and filling it up with food, which obviously rots and turns into an abscess.
Right.
And that's what happens. But I mean, does anybody in town do that kind of thing? I wonder if there's anybody in Orlando who does the deep jaw release, which usually I'm a big fan of.
Use the Around Me app.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it points out everything that's around you.
I wonder.
Just search deep jaw release, but leave the safe search
I'm not doing that, buddy.
go.
Not at all. Not a chance. I wonder if is it a normal, like chiropractors do this all the time? Is this
I
a
think
normal
it's an
procedure?
Osteopath.
Yeah, I never even knew about it.
An osteopath is who had done the procedure when I was getting treatments for migraine.
That's two things I didn't know. This and about Christy Noem's husband.
Oh,
I'll
really?
show you the pictures on the break.
Jack, you got to get with it, buddy. There's a lot of fun stuff out there.
No, we broke the story yesterday, but it's why look it up? That's his thing. That's his thing. It affects my life in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it says after my mom passed, my shoulders and neck were almost like stone. You definitely hold a lot of grief and trauma in your body.
Yeah.
Then somebody says chiropractors are pseudoscience, and I've kind of had that feeling for a while because of an experience I had with one, but I do not know. They say it's used for lockjaw or TMJ relief.
I've had great experiences with chiropractors and pain relief in my back.
I will tell you what the funny thing is, Jack. It's so funny. I had one of the craziest medical experiences I've ever had at one of the most reputable chiropractors in Orlando. This was years and years ago when I dealt with sciatica. It was just one of the most awful times because it's so effing painful, right? Sciatica is just it's torture. It was what it was. And I said, I don't trust those guys. I don't believe in it, blah, 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 blah. And then where do I go to get it fixed? Acupuncture. And it works.
Sure.
I got it done once, and I've never been back, and it's never recurred.
Well,
That's
something that's been
story.
around for a few thousand years. You got to figure it does something right.
I've told the story before, lying there, and I could barely get on the table. I could literally barely make it into the office. I get up on the table, and they're going through the whole thing. She's telling me the stuff, and the music's there, and she's preparing everything, and I start laughing at myself for I'm like, what are you doing? You're such a fool. You're about to pay a couple $100 for this person to stick some needles in you barely. So I felt stupid. I almost played golf the next day.
Yeah.
It was that amazing. I'm not kidding. It was miraculous. I'd never had any experience like that in my life. Could barely walk in. The next day walking fine. The day after that, like it never happened. No joke.
Wow.
It's no deep jaw release. If you feel me. But
I have a feeling that might make a presence again on a pick the porn.
All right.
How dumb am I for trusting a medical procedure that's about 3,000 years old? It's been lasting a while. I did it one time with success. Now, did they go directly in your back, in your feet, or both?
No, right in the small of the back. No,
nothing on your feet.
Nothing might be up and down my spine.
It would depend on, I guess, where the center of pain is.
It was up and down my spine. They did not go into the feet. Now, I did get a foot massage from her one time, and it almost killed me. Because they do not blame. There is zero playing around. It is not there to feel good. This is not a you go in cruise ship massage where they rub you a little bit. This is a therapeutic massage where they call you a baby about 500 times. Oh, you little baby? Oh, you little baby? Because she's got those 1-inch Chinese fingers, and every one of those fingers is as much strength as in my leg. And they're just pushing through my foot with that thing. She goes, oh, you little baby?
The most painful massage I'd ever had was actually my legs and feet.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So painful.
Tori gets those stupid Swedish massages where they literally smear your muscles into jelly, and she comes home and she can barely walk. I'm like, you go there for it to make you feel better, and you look like you get your ass kicked by the Hells Angels. What are you doing? All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Our friends from the Central Florida Zoo up next with Animal House.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
You're going to get stuck in some slowdowns at the ramp junction where the beach line meets the Greenway. People are heading towards the Space Coast to see the rocket launch later this afternoon. Afternoon traffic starting to pile up in your typical areas on I-4. That crash on I-95 northbound before U.S. Highway 1, that's cleared up. There's still some slowdowns in that area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Terminix.
Termite alert.
It is termite season in Florida, and swarms have been identified in your area. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with the termite problem. Before you see termites this swarm season, Terminix it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminix.com.
Guys, Stihl is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment. You can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. That's right, from homeowner to professional, Stihl has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on Stihl mowers and on any additional Stihl tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Stihl equipment. Stihl zero-turn mowers available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations, or you can find your local tools at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC. RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi. Into land, just 2 miles off I-4. To land and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Think you're not the suing type? But you aren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Hey, it's Ryan from the Monsters. If your house is looking a little meh, my guy Raphael at We Paint Everything will turn that meh into wow. Interior, exterior walls, ceilings, trims, cabinets, he handles it all. He paints it, stains it, fixes it, cleans it, even the drywall and wood rot before he starts. Popcorn ceilings, gone. Need help picking colors? He's got you. If you want more than a painter and you want a painting expert, call Raphael at We Paint Everything, 407-657-2000 or online at wepainteverything.com.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Sir, what about credit? If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money. Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And if you've served, you save even more. Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai. On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM, HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb is right there.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Let's do Animal House.
She likes them fuzzy, furry, feathery, tough, and scaly. It's time for Animal House with Deborah Roberts.
And Animal House is generously brought to us each and every week by personal injury attorney Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. We'll tell you how you can get in touch with Glenn at the end of Animal House. But now please join me in welcoming back zoo educator Emily Geist along with ambassador animal keeper Katie Cuffle and their friend Mocha the guinea pig.
Thank you for having us again.
Thank you guys for coming in. How are you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Good, good. So I know we have a couple of things to talk about. Yeah, make sure you guys talk real close to the microphone here.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's what we call in the business eating the mic. Yeah, impressive, isn't it? So I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on at the Central Florida Zoo. So before we get to National Pet ID Week and how important that is, maybe for folks who don't have any plans for this weekend, they can stop out at the Central Florida Zoo.
Yes, this Saturday, so April 4th, we have Hippity Hop at the zoo, which is like our Easter celebration. So we've got lots of fun things planned. We've got egg hunts, and we have a little station where you can go get your stuffed animal checked up by our vet team.
Stop it.
Come on.
Seriously?
Yes. Yeah, they'll give them a nice little checkup, and then you can get like a little house for them to go home in as well.
Get out of here.
Lots of fun.
You're thinking of bringing one for your grandson, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. That sounds fun, man.
Now, do you do surgery on them? Will you actually,
come on,
do
Deborah, my
medical
God.
intervention? Well,
No, I don't think that they'll be cutting into anybody's stuffed animals, but maybe trying to check their teeth, their heartbeat, anything
funny.
like that.
That's super funny.
That is so cute.
We will also have our rabbits out, our ambassador animals. We have rabbits who live behind the scenes who don't come out very often, so it's exciting that we get to bring them out for Hippity Hop.
Do you have the big floppy ear ones, or are like multiple species of rabbits, or?
So we have two different breeds. We have one with the classic floppy ears that you're thinking of, and then we have a different one. So you'll get to meet one in the AM and one in the PM.
Oh, very nice.
So we have Butterscotch and Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne.
He's got some great eyeliner.
Oh my!
Hey, they got game at the Central Florida Zoo.
Dude, that is worth going just to see Ozzy Osbourne.
I know exactly.
Now, does he have a drug problem? I'm joking.
No.
Now, are there photos with the Easter Bunny?
Yes, there will be photo opportunities with the Easter Bunny as well. They'll be out for 45 minutes at a time, I believe. I don't know the exact times, though.
Okay, great. And then how much are tickets?
So it's going to be your normal ticket price for everybody, but it is going to be a blackout date for the annual pass holders. They just have to pay $5 to get in.
Oh, that's cool, though. Yeah, that's awesome.
That is really cool. And then centralfloridazoo.org to buy your tickets?
Yes, absolutely.
And what are the hours on Saturday?
It's going to be, so the event is from 9 to 4, but we're actually extending our hours starting this weekend. So on the weekends, we will be open from 9 to 5 from here on out. So if you're trying to come in the afternoon, after lunch or anything, you have plenty of time to come explore.
Oh, that'll be cool.
That will be cool.
I really love that stuffed animal.
Yeah, that's
That's
a really cool
I think
idea.
it's going to be a lot of fun.
Is this the first time you guys have done that?
It is, yeah, actually, thanks to IKEA, who donated a bunch of stuffed animals to us. So the first, I believe, 20 kids get a free stuffed animal to get checked by the vet as well. So that's kind of where that idea came from, was IKEA donating so many stuffed animals to us.
Do me a favor, every 15th one, go crazy like there's something really wrong and call in for the paddles. Clear! And then shock it, make it come off that table.
Me shame for talking about a scalpel.
And every 15th one, just, oh my God, it's a problem we've never seen.
I have to say, props to IKEA, because ever since Punch the Monkey, IKEA has really gotten into the stuffed animal game. Are you aware of Punch the Monkey?
Yeah, I am. Is that where the monkey came from?
No,
the doll. The thing.
Yeah, the stuffed animal came from IKEA, and then IKEA promptly sold out of all of their monkeys in all of Southeast Asia, probably even here in the U.S. as well.
Unreal.
Yeah, exactly. So kudos to them for donating.
That's
that is
very
a
cool,
really
actually.
cool project.
You're right.
Yes, it is.
Awesome. Glad we got the word out so kids know to bring their stuffed animals.
Yeah. Hey, do we have primates at the Central Florida Zoo, or any monkeys? I don't know what the terminology is. I want to make sure I'm correct.
Yes, yeah, we have lots of primates. We don't have any apes, but we do have monkeys and lemurs. So we have our spider monkeys, of course, squirrel monkeys, cotton-top tamarins, spot-nosed guenons, and then 3 species of lemurs: our mongoose lemurs, our ring-tailed lemurs, and our red-ruffed lemurs.
Wait, they're mischievous, are they not? Well, the monkeys are mischievous.
They're very intelligent. So if anyone's going to cause any trouble, it probably would be them, just because they know how to solve all these different puzzles and manipulate their food and things in their habitat and everything.
Is there a breed of them that is more easy to get along with, or cooler? Or I heard spider monkeys are actually pretty easy to do with. Is that not the case? Or
our spider monkeys are very social. They will come up to the glass to say hi to people. So if you're looking to interact with any animals, they come right up and will try and say hello to you. Our squirrel monkeys are the same. They come right up to the front of their habitat trying to say hi. The tamarins and the guenons are a little bit more aloof. They'll kind of run around doing their own thing.
That's cool, man.
That is cool. And did you notice behavioral changes? Now, this is kicking it back to COVID, but we heard a lot about zoos and aquariums around the world where the animals were getting a little depressed because they weren't seeing human visitors as much. And, they kind of like being able to show off and show up. Did you notice that?
I hear a lot of, I didn't work there over COVID, but a lot of the educators actually got to go in and see more of the animals being really active, because they needed people to be walking through the zoo to socialize with the animals and keep them used to people walking by. So they just had other staff members able to kind of go through and walk around to keep them used to it and everything.
Yeah, I heard of one zoo in Japan, they just put up paper cutouts of the staff.
Did they really?
Yeah, exactly.
So tell us about your friend here.
Yeah, she's so cute, Mocha.
Yes, this is Mocha. She is a domestic guinea pig. So guinea pigs in the wild don't look like her.
Really?
There are 13 different breeds of domestic guinea pigs, and 6 different species of wild guinea pigs. The wild guinea pigs are mainly like kind of a grayish color.
Okay.
Look a little bit different, little bit bigger.
Can you hold her up to the microphone?
We'll see if she might decide to make a little bit of noise for us.
I love those noises.
Yes, they
She
make.
was squeaking a second ago.
Yes, it's called weaking, and it is really cute.
Oh,
They call it weaking?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, so, dude, you can hear it. It's so sweet. Look at
I know.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a different weeking altogether.
That is.
So, okay, it's called a guinea pig. Obviously, it doesn't really show any relation to pigs or anything.
No.
Like, how did it acquire the pig part of the guinea pig name?
Always wanted to know
I'm not
that.
exactly sure. Do you know, Emily?
It really just came from they thought it looked a little bit like a pig. So guinea pig means like little pig.
Oh, really?
So they, I guess, look a little bit similar, and they can sound sometimes a little bit similar.
Did you see Mocha look up at Katie like, I do not look like a pig?
Yeah, I know.
Hey,
That's so insulting.
A lot of people have these for pets and stuff. I mean,
Yes.
are they? I mean, are they good pets? Are they docile? Are they safe?
So they're. Sorry, if you want to go ahead.
So they are a domesticated species. So it is a species that is commonly like being cared for by people. It's just always important to do your research and know what you're getting yourself into. She's about 4 years old right now, but their average lifespan is 8 years with a max of around 14. So a lot of times when people get something like a rodent, like a guinea pig, they think maybe a year or two, but these guys can live for quite a while. They require a lot of food as well that I know Katie can talk more about since she's the one feeding these guys.
Also,
all the time,
aren't they
too.
sawdust crazy? Like you have to have a lot of sawdust or something around for them, or that's how they clean themselves? Or?
So
That would be a chinchilla.
Is it a chinchilla?
yeah, chinchillas will like take dust baths. These guys don't, but they do require like substrate. So like aspen shavings. These guys eat a lot of hay, so they have, as they are rodents, they have continuously growing incisors. So those front big teeth in the front, they're continuously growing, so they have to chew on things constantly. And they also require like a lot of produce, a lot of water. So really, like Emily said, do your research before you're getting any pet.
Really?
Actually, at our Hippity Hop event, we are partnering. We are an AZA institution, but we are talking about AZA's Not a Pet campaign,
Right.
Which is really important for doing your research on any pet you get, whether it be just, a domestic little pet like this that you can get in a pet store. Emily said they have long lifespans, a lot of care that a lot of people aren't prepared for.
It's kind of like that with rabbits, right?
Yes.
Especially around Easter, people want to get a baby bunny without realizing the personalities, the needs of the rabbit, and then they end up being dumped out in the wild.
And they have very similar lifespans to the guinea pigs as well. They
Really?
can live, 12, 15 years with proper care. Again, lots of hay, lots of bedding. And they can be destructive, and they also require a lot of space. A lot of people, will have them in just a tiny little house, but that's really not good for them because, they got legs, they need to stretch them, run around, all of that. So they have a lot of care needs.
Really? Are they energetic? Are they very active like during the day and then have normal sleeping patterns or whatever?
Yeah, so these guys are more active between like dusk, dawn, that kind of time. But
You mean
also
when we're
like
sleeping?
Yes, rabbits are very energetic. They'll run around. They do this thing called binking, which is really cute. When they get really happy, they'll kind of run and jump in the air and kind of like flick their legs out to the side. Super cute. But they need, the space to be able to do those things.
How do they do with attention? Do they need a lot of, because we know that like sugar gliders and things of that nature require a lot of like skin to skin kind of attention. Are they like that, or can they deal with solitude for periods of time?
So these guys, it's really important for them to have a companion of their own species.
Really?
So Mocha does have a friend that she lives with. Her name is Kalua, and they're about the same age.
Somebody's got a drinking problem at the zoo.
It's all
The person who
coffee.
names stuff over there has got a drinking problem. Somebody needs to look at that person. Give me that name. I'll take him out.
Where's mezcal? Bring mezcal over here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's really important for them to have like a friend of their own species, and it really just depends on the animal. Some rabbits and guinea pigs, they're very social. They love their human companions, but also sometimes they're just kind of a little more standoffish. They're just fine to do their own thing.
Now, do you need to be careful if you do buy a cage mate or whatever? You want to keep them the same sex because will they procreate in there? And,
Yes.
and they will start having some babies?
Yes, yeah, it's very important to know the sex. Actually, with talking about rabbits, with female rabbits, it's also really important to actually get them spayed because
Yes.
female rabbits have a very high chance of reproductive cancers. So a lot of people don't know that. So if you can, definitely spay your female rabbits.
And I knew someone who had a male rabbit and said, yeah, it needed to get neutered as well.
Yes. Yeah. So it can also, they can have some behavioral things if all their needs aren't being taken care of. But
Good way to say that.
Yes.
Good way to say that. Very media-friendly way to say that.
Yes.
Real quick, what need is she talking about, Deborah? What's the need that she's like a...
There's
She
a
said
reason
need.
why. There's a reason why they use rabbits as a symbol of spring is because the fertility.
Is this a deep jaw release scenario?
It is kind of a deep jaw release. But I did want to ask you guys real quick with a little bit of time we have left, because you're also honoring National Pet ID Week.
Yes.
Now, can you ID a guinea pig? Is it a good idea to ID animals that like a guinea pig or a rabbit, or is that mainly for your domesticated cats and dogs?
It's mainly for your domesticated animals. We're not really going to see like these guys being like microchipped. They're not going to wear like a collar with a tag. But even something as simple with these guys as having like updated pictures of them on your phone and like all of like identifying features and anything like that, so that if you did lose your pet, one like this, you could potentially, go to the shelter, ID them so much easier.
Right.
With National ID Your Pet Week, its main focus is just not taking up shelter space from like, your dog that ran away, from animals that, could truly use it that are actually homeless. So definitely make sure any of your animals, dogs, cats, make sure you have like them microchipped or they just have a tag. So that we're not taking up that valuable space in shelters.
That's a really good point. Well, thank you guys again. Give us the website where folks can go to get their tickets to the Hippie Hop. Oh, wait.
This thing sounds like walking in leather pants.
Yes.
I just figured it out. That's what it sounds like, walking in leather pants. I got a pair. I walk in them a lot. That's what it sounds like.
You can go to centralfloridazoo.org for all of the information on Hippity Hop, as well as our summer camps that registration is open for.
Oh, it just hit my tooth, and Emily was thinking, I didn't need that image. But thanks for giving it to me anyway. All right, thank you guys. Put your hands together for Emily, Katie, and Mocha.
Yay!
Thank
Good job,
you,
guys. Good job, as always.
And as always, Animal House is brought to you by Glenn Klausman over at Klausman Law. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, it could be car, truck, motorcycle, even a slip and fall. Here's just a couple of reasons why you need to call Glenn. First, he's not going to pass you off to a caseworker. Glenn is going to handle your case. So much so he's going to give you his personal cell phone number and then pick it up when you call. Just a couple of reasons why year after year he's voted super lawyer and legal elite. He truly is an animal lover, and he truly is a friend of the show. So if you've been in any kind of an accident, please give him a call. 407-917-1718, or check him out online at klausmanlaw.com. That's KLAUSMANlaw.com.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Let's bust some rumors about the villages. We'll do that next.
Real radio is
Monsters in the Morning.
I'm way out of your weight class, A, and I have too much knowledge.
That's the first time that's ever been said.
Maybe it is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
Emergency crews are blocking all lanes, clearing up a crash on Simpson Road southbound at Osceola Parkway. 2 right lanes are blocked on John Young Parkway northbound at State Road 408. I believe the left lane's only getting by. You're going to get stuck in slowdowns all throughout I-4 eastbound on the beach. Lines backed up. We got some people heading towards the Space Coast to see the launch later this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. Ready or not, retirement is coming. If your portfolio isn't built for market ups and downs, Noble Gold Investments can help. Learn how easy it is to protect your savings with physical gold and silver. Get your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com. That's NobleGoldInvestments.com.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at theNickLeeGroup.com.
Planet Fitness has everything you need to power your progress, so you can give everything you've got, all for just 1 cent down. Whether you want to get the most out of our best-in-class equipment or go all in with free fitness training, our trainers are ready to help you get stronger than ever before. Take your workout to the next level at Planet Fitness. Join the club today for 1 cent down, $15 a month. No commitment. Deal ends Friday, April 10th.
Planet Fitness is the official fitness center of the Orlando Magic and Orlando Solar Bears.
See club for details.
When she grows up, she could be an aerospace engineer
Or maybe a dentist. Then she could do all our dental work for free. That'd be nice.
With Florida Prepaid's Plan Builder tool, you can find the perfect 529 plan for your child. Enroll now and get $50.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
We're protecting your identity today.
Yeah.
Because AI was obsessed with you. Yeah. I'm Lori Siegel, and my new podcast, Mostly Human, is your bridge to the future.
Anyone can now be an entrepreneur. Anyone can build an app. And it's very empowering.
Tech moves really fast, but the Mostly Human podcast will help translate what all of this actually means for you.
You know, I think the reality is the genie's out of the bottle.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Ugh.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promises. Some law firms market themselves as men's only or women's rights law firms, but that's not how the real results are won. At TK Law, we fight for you, not your gender, by digging into the facts, building a strategy around your case, and protecting your family's future. Judges don't rule on slogans. They rule on evidence, preparation, and the lawyer in your corner. That's TK Law. Trusted, respected, proven. TK Law. One firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
Who says Easter baskets have to be baskets? At Academy Sports and Outdoors, we say grab a bucket, a wagon, a cooler, heck, grab a crawfish boiler. Then load it up with gear that outlasts Easter morning. And if you happen to find a lower price at a competitor, we'll beat it by 5%. So go ahead, build out those baskets the Academy way. We got everything but the eggs. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Fun can't lose.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code CURRENT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code CURRENT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
I'm Boomer Esiason. My mom died from cancer. She was only 37 years old. She didn't have life insurance, and that was devastating for my family. That's why having life insurance is so important to me. Ethos makes it fast and easy. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. You can get up to $3 million in coverage with no medical exam.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
April is prime sports time.
Launches at 3, got it.
And iHeartRadio has you locked in. Start your day with Fox Sports Radio's Dan Patrick, breaking down the final college teams on the road to Indy.
Unbelievable to watch.
Then find your favorite baseball team hitting the diamond.
Grand slam for Mookie Betts.
Or dive into mock draft season with NFL Daily.
We know Mendoza's going number 1. Who do you have at number 2?
From cutting down the nets to the draft podium, we've got you covered. Open the iHeartRadio app, search sports, and listen now.
Lose 20 pounds by this time next month at redmountainweightloss.com.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now back to the Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday around this time, we get a visit from a good friend. He's a writer. He writes for the Orlando Sentinel. You can read his columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Guys, good and loud for our friend, Mr. Scott Maxwell. What do you say?
Yay!
Woo-hoo. My man.
It was good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you had a good time in Palatka. I tried to keep the seat warm for you.
I appreciate that very much,
He did
as
a
always.
great job.
Yeah, a week ago today, Scott was in with us.
We even had him do the final newscast of the night.
Really?
It was great.
I like that.
Best ever.
Stressed me out a little bit. That part did.
Did it really? Yeah, very good.
But you know what? I think your listeners would agree 15 minutes of me is a lot lot more palatable.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, come on. I know I believe that, so I don't know about those guys, but
Lord knows my wife does as well.
How's your week been, buddy? Everything all right?
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. It's always crazy. I wasn't going to talk about this, and we don't need to talk about it long, but I just posted before I got on the show a weird column that is just so vintage Florida. You all may be familiar with the Florida scrub jay.
Yeah.
It's this really friendly little bird. Like it'll like land on your head or in your hand. And it's the only bird in the entire state that's unique and native to Florida. Like no other bird is. Everything else, the flamingos come here, but nothing else is native to Florida. The legislature's been trying to make it the state bird. Anyway, a bunch of things. It's on the federal list of endangered species, and there's this bizarre story out of Punta Gorda where this tech bro, this 32-year-old tech entrepreneur, moved to town, wanted to build a house on a scrub jay habitat. And the county was like, all right, well, you're not really supposed to do that. But if you do that, you got to spend money to repair habitats elsewhere. And he basically goes, no, I'm not going to do that. And instead of just fighting the fee, which was hefty, it was about $118,000. I mean, it's for a 5-acre. This looked like it was for a compound or something. And of course, the other option is you don't build on a scrub jay habitat. But he got a lawsuit. He is now seeking and has already passed one court hearing to get the federal endangered status of this bird lifted nationally so he can build his house without paying the fee.
What's this guy's name?
Yeah, exactly. Let's blow him up.
Yeah, what's this guy's name? Let me just make a note real quick.
I put it in the column. I don't even remember it right now. I'd have to look it back up.
Oh, okay. I'll find it in a minute. Trust me, I'll tell you.
Yeah. I mean, but that's something. And this firm, you would have laughed him out, but they passed one court hearing, and this is the firm that actually helped get the bald eagle delisted as an endangered. But in that case, the bald eagle was kind of needed to be off the list. It was flying around most parts of this country.
Oh, yeah.
This bird still exists in only one place, and its habitat keeps shrinking. And because anyway, when you asked how it was going, it was just another example of, I found myself thinking, man, it is always something in this.
His name is Mike. His name is Michael Colossi, Colosi. Yep, he is suing to overturn federal protections for the endangered Florida scrub jay after being charged fees to build on his 5-acre Punta Gorda, Florida property. There you go. We'll see how it goes. We will see how that goes. Interesting. The column you have today, though, about politicians making money is something that you and I have talked about in a number of ways. Care to kind of give us an idea what the column was about today?
Uh-oh.
He froze. Oh, he's frozen solid. Do I have him right here, Jack?
Yeah, he called me, and I'm like, how am I talking to you? You're on the air.
What's up, Scott? I don't know, but you're froze solid with a pissed off face on the screen right now. We're going to leave it there.
Yeah.
Well, that's because I dropped a bad word, and that's when I said, I hope I'm cut off, because if I'm not, y'all are getting bleeped. I think I got embarrassed that you came up with the name of the guy. I wrote an entire newspaper column about before I did.
It's fine. You write a lot, though. I do want to talk about the politicians making more money.
Yeah.
I said this, I think last year sometime. I'm like, well, It's so funny because in every other aspect of our world, the most qualified people get paid the most money most of the time, right? You have people that come in, if they're very qualified, the education's right, the background is right, the work experience is there. Those people demand the most money because they're the most efficient, most productive employees in companies. But yeah, we don't do that with politicians. It's like a big popularity contest. They really have to have almost zero qualifications other than citizenship and the correct age. But I think that should change. I think they really should make these wages competitive to get good people in there to do these jobs. Because right now, what qualified person would do the job in the Florida Senate or the U.S. Senate? They're not making any money. I mean, the wages aren't keeping up with what the job is requiring these people to do.
And you say, and you ask the question, what qualified person would do this except for someone who has a different motive?
Right, exactly.
And the motive, we'd like to believe, is just that they have public service and would like to make a sacrifice. But more often, when I call you every Wednesday at 4:20, it's to talk about the people who are not up there for that motive. It's because they're grifting. It's because they're trying to find a job for themselves. It's because they're on loan from an industry like insurance. And writing the bills to help their own industry.
Right, yeah.
And so to your point, you and I think, are on the same page on this, but we are not on the side of popular opinion, because you talk about, giving a raise to politicians, and most people suggest you just act like you just suggested they get a second hemorrhoid.
Yeah, but yet they want to yell at those people for not being qualified or not having the best information or not doing the great job. But you're paying somebody the least. Like if you had a lawn guy and you paid a lawn guy $3 an hour and he did a terrible job, you can't complain. You paid the guy $3 an hour. But if you pay a lawn guy $20 an hour and your lawn looks amazing, you had nothing to say. It's the same exact theory.
First of all, I trust my lawn guys a lot more than I trust the average
100%.
legislator. But to put this in perspective, so right now in the state of Florida, we pay our legislators $29,697 a year. That is supposedly for a part-time job, but that is not at all the way it works. For starters, you have to be in Tallahassee for 15 weeks a year, often more every time they have a special session. There's 60 days in all these committee hearings. Normal people cannot take 15 weeks off of work. So as a result, we end up with a lot of abnormal people, and a lot of them are independently wealthy. In fact, a couple of years ago, we did a survey, and the average net worth of a state senator was $5.9 million.
Wow.
Now, I want successful people. I want successful people to, be in leadership. But I also want regular people. This is supposed to be a, quote, citizen legislature. It's not that I want to give two-bit hacks more money. It's that I want for people who aren't two-bit hacks, who are working-class people with good interest to be able to serve. And right now, you can't have no police officer can take off 15 weeks a year. No plumber is going to be able to do that. Most small business owners would laugh if you said all you got to do is take 4 months off of your job every time. So as a result, we get these people who are grifting. They want to get these jobs down the road that we write about as lobbyists or college presidents. And we get folks who have these other agendas. Man, sometimes we have industries that put their employees on loan. We've written about once about an employee for the Villages who was in the legislature who wrote a bill specifically to help the Villages to pay less money. I mean, that's the kind of people who you get up there. So, I think it's got to be redone.
Yeah, just a case that's coming up right now that you're probably going to hear about more as we kind of move forward. The whole deal with Corey Lewandowski, who was Kristi Noem's kind of envoy up there, was I guess one of the rumors is shaking down businesses that were supposed to get government contracts. I think prisons was the exact business. He was going to prisons because they were going to make these contract deals, but then apparently there was a backhand deal saying, well, there's a, quote, finder's fee or a happy fee or something like that, where you would get the contract if you agreed to pay this money, behind the scenes. I mean, it's basically extortion, and we know a lot of that goes on. The connections you make as a politician can be very, very, very valuable after your tenure, and that's the other thing too. Is like you don't want people to come in there, be in office 2 to 4 years or whatever, just so they can create relationships. So after the fact, it will benefit their family business or themselves, and that's exactly what's happening. But that's what happens when you pay somebody $30K a year. I mean, you're not going to get anything else. All you have to have is a coalition of people behind you, a little bit of money for ads, and off you go. Sorry, go ahead.
I know, let him talk, man. He's
sorry.
the guest.
He's on a roll, and he's right. And you have these folks, they're grifting. We've written about these stories before where they're shaking down contractors, and people wonder why a company they've never heard of that does porta potties is the single largest contractor at Alligator Alcatraz. I think once we get to the bottom of that story, we're going to find out there are some connections. I don't know for sure, but yeah, that's usually how that stuff happens. And so the other thing is that I think I would make the argument that Florida has outgrown this part-time legislature. That we are one of the largest states in America. As you've mentioned before, we're one of the largest economies on planet Earth in Florida. And trying to do $115 billion budget in 60 days is a recipe for chaos and confusion. And the people who often thrive in that atmosphere are the lobbyists. They're the ones who come in and say, well, here's what we're going to do. Here's the bills we're going to write. We've given countless examples where the lobbyists have actually literally written the bills that they're being passed. When you don't have this much time, you don't have ideas that are vetted, records are hidden, public interest input is stymied. I can't tell you how many times I've seen citizens drive hundreds of miles, whether it's from Key West or Orlando or Tampa, all the way up to Tallahassee to talk about some important issue, and they say, well, you got 30 seconds. Because we just don't have, we got too many issues we got to do up here. Mm-hmm. And the other thing I'd like a break. I want a break by the time they pass their budget before they pass it. Right now they can do it within 48 hours. I want those sons of guns to have to go back to their home districts for a couple of weeks and let the watchdogs, let the reporters go through all this stuff to find out what's really in there and hold them accountable before they pass it. Because right now they pass it. Sometimes they don't even know what's in it, but we sure don't know what's in it because it's all compressed.
What do you think Florida's economy is in just the U.S.?
I think we're third.
We're fourth, just behind New York. Okay. It's California, Texas, New York, Florida. We trail New York by about, I think it looks about $6 trillion. $1.85 trillion in business. Florida is the fourth biggest economy in the U.S.
That's right. And right now we're paying them $29,000. Just for perspective, the National Conference of State Legislators said the average legislative salary in America is $47,000. For full-time legislators, it's $82,000. To put this in perspective, Orlando City Commissioners make about $80,000. Wow. Orange County Commissioners make about $118,000, and we're paying $29,000 to the people who run the state. Hell, we spend like $30 million a year to promote Florida through Visit Florida. We could spend a fraction of that and double those wages. I don't know what the magic number is, but I do know that we do not have an amount up there that allows regular people to go up to serve. And most people say, you think I'm crazy. You think I must be crazy if I was going to quit my job to go work in that cesspool.
Yeah, I mean, how many? Again, the popularity aspect shouldn't come into play. You look at players like Tommy Tuberville and other people like that who were former football coaches or former entertainers or whatever, and they use that popularity to garner votes with really little or no experience in governing at all. Yes. There's quite a few Tommy Tubervilles up there nowadays. And, if we really want to dig down deep of it, this is just one part of it. I'm not even convinced term limits are a solution or not a solution. I just don't have a strong opinion, which also makes me, because if you believe term limits work, then you think the Florida legislature is utopia government. And I don't think it does. We do not have term limits in Congress. I don't think that. Obviously, that's not a silver bullet. The real things we would do if we wanted to control this stuff is we would limit money in politics, but unfortunately the Supreme Court has gotten in the way of that with ruling, and we would stop gerrymandering. And unfortunately, because that's how people get into districts that you can't ever get them out of. Right, yeah. But the state citizens have tried like hell on that front, passing fair district amendments, but that just gets ignored. So I think the best thing we can do is get fewer awful people up there. And if we get people who say, you know what, I've been working, I don't know, maybe my whole life, and I've got a decent salary, but I feel called to do something, but I can't go on welfare. I can't give up my jobs to go serve the state. I don't know, 75,000, 60,000, whatever the number is. Let them make ends meet while still serving, and I think you get a different class of people. I agree, buddy. I mean, I think that is a great answer to a problem that not easily solvable, but I think at least a step in the right direction to get qualified people in those jobs to make sure that, again, No way to legislate the bias, but it would be nice to have qualified people in those jobs.
Absolutely. And after I wrote that piece, I heard from a number of former legislators from all over the state. And they were like, it was the most financially strapping point of my professional career when I was up there. And let me tell you, you do not want your public officials to be financially strapped.
No.
Because when they are hurting for money, that's when they start doing those things you described, like Lewandowski. That's when they start feathering their nest. I don't think we have a university in this state that has a college president who's been hired who hasn't been a legislator in the past 2 years, and that's because they're feathering their own nests, making those contacts like you're talking about, instead of solving the problems like education, insurance, and property taxes that we'd like them to.
And people don't realize, running those universities, aren't those tenured jobs to the tune of like anywhere from $500 to multi-million-dollar deals to run these big universities?
They're not tenured, the presidencies. They can be booted after that, but you're absolutely right on the salary. I think $500,000 or $600,000 is a starting sort of package. And as we've talked about before, the one that's made the most national attention is Richard Corcoran down at New College. Yeah. He has a package worth more than $1 million. Jim, that college he runs is smaller than your average middle school. I think it has about 600 students. And so if these guys go up there thinking, all right, I'm going to make $29,000 for 4 or 8 years, but that's just going to be a down payment on me cashing in big time. Not only does it pay off for them, it does pay off for them, but you have people who are not qualified to run these institutions, and that's what we have a lot of in the state.
Well, how about the Attorney General, James Uthmeyer, is serving, 1 day a week at the University of Florida and making big bank?
$100K.
And although I agree that the legislators may be feathering their own nest, I also believe that by replacing, legislators and now university presidents, it makes it easier for the governor to come in and start working on higher education the way he has done through K through 12.
You are absolutely right. He has it serves both their interests. He's got puppets in all those positions, and the reason they are puppets is because of what we just talked about. All of a sudden, this person who may have never really been successful in their life is making $750,000 a year. What, you think they're not going to do everything? You think when the governor says, "Hey, you know what I'd like to do? Cut sociology," which we did last week. We did that in the state. I don't know. And by the way, sociology, a major that is used by all sorts of criminal justice people because it's like the study of human behavior.
Sure is.
But because DeSantis thinks it's too woke, when he calls his buddy, say, "You remember when I gave you that $800,000 a year job? I think we're going to cut sociology. What do you think?" You bet, Governor.
Anything you want, sir. Just pull my strings.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah. Well, Scott, always good hearing from you. Again, you can read Scott's columns Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in the Orlando Sentinel, orlandosentinel.com for your subscription. Scott, have yourself a wonderful weekend, buddy. We'll see you soon.
You guys too. Take care.
There you go, buddy.
Easter.
All right, there you go. Scott Maxwell. Look at this guy. What a dream. What a dream, this guy. And then he hangs
on us. He hangs up on us.
Son of a bitch.
His technology is not his thing, man. First his face freezes, then he hangs up on us.
Get some internet, Scott.
God almighty. This is like the second or third time. Is he paying his bill over there?
He's got 2 different internet providers.
What the?
Yes.
All right, 407-916-1041. They both suck.
That might be the problem. I think they're canceling each other out.
Having a Game of Thrones sword battle?
Turn. No, it's my turn.
Back in a sec.
Computers calculate, humans connect. Unless court ordered not to. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Central Florida forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting another seasonable day with a mix of sunshine and clouds. We'll be seeing an onshore flow, which means we'll have a slim chance of a stray shower or two. Only, though, about a 20% chance of rain is expected. These will stay pretty isolated, so few and far between, and generally light. As we head throughout the next couple of days, temperatures will be climbing into the mid and upper 80s, with higher chances of rain on the way for early next week. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Make today a little better with IHOP and the IHOP value menu, where a full satisfying meal is just $6 any day of the week. Pick your fluffy pancakes, crispy bacon and eggs, or try the new BLT, stacked high and served with fries. Big flavor, just $6 every day. $7 in some locations.
Man, here in Central Florida, it is very, very important that your AC works perfectly for you every time, especially with the summer coming on strong. That's why I suggest a call to Mills Air. That's exactly what I did this morning, putting my money where my mouth is. Called Mills to make my appointment for my preventive maintenance plan to make sure that my AC is going to be great right now, ready to go for the summer. They have been doing this for 30 years, guys. Let them use that experience to make sure your AC never quits on you and your family. And their techs are awesome. They can service any brand out there, but here's what you need to know. Mills Air is a Carrier factory authorized dealer. That is super important. Here's why. If you do happen to need a new unit, how about up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit? You can do it. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and certainly turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today and schedule your preventive maintenance plan. It's 407-277-1159. Online, millsair.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Core Flooring. I was just talking to my neighbor today about the flooring in my home because she wants to get flooring done. I'm like, you got to go to Core Flooring Center in Winter Park, right there on 436. My buddy Corey did 2 rooms in my house. Could not be more pleased with the finished product from Core Flooring Center. And for a limited time, Core Flooring Center is offering 10% off all flooring and installation starting at just $1 a square foot. Core Flooring has a huge selection of made in the USA waterproof laminate, vinyl planks, carpeting, and wood flooring as well. Corey offers a lifetime installation warranty and a best price guarantee. That means if you have a quote on flooring, you bring it to Corey, he's going to beat it. And you tell him Jack from Real Radio sent you, another $50 off. Core Flooring, they did an unbelievably great job on the install and the product. And to this day, still so happy with our decision to go to Core Flooring Center. Online at coreflooringfl.com.
Is your bathroom like me? Outdated, unattractive, and unsafe? Well, you're in luck. My friends over at HBN Bath are here to help transform your old, worn-out bathroom into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love. And they can do it in as little as 1 day. That's right. No messy remodels, just fast, professional results. So here's the plan. Visit hbnusa.com and schedule your free consultation. And now through April, take advantage of 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and the deals are tipping off. As interest rates drop, we're driving them down even further with financing as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And our team is ready to go full court press to help you get approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit. Offers expire 4/5/26.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Is your financial advisor managing your risk or just a spreadsheet? Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. Many financial advisors rely on target date funds, which are one-size-fits-all portfolios that don't know your name, your family, or your goals. And that passive management can leave you dangerously exposed. At Trajan, we look at the whole picture, not just the stocks everyone else buys, but the private market opportunities most advisors ignore. And as fiduciaries, we build a strategy around you, coordinating your investments, tax strategy, and estate into one cohesive plan. Your financial life deserves more than just a generic portfolio. Real planning isn't a stack of statements. It's the confidence of knowing where your income will come from for the next 30 years. Good enough isn't good enough for your family. It's time for a change. Schedule your complimentary consultation today.
Call Trajan today at 407-917-0100. That's 407-917-0100.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Private equity investments require accreditation. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, Orlando.
Got a thought?
Just wanted to chime in.
No hold times here.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Tap the red talkback mic on the iHeartRadio app and send us a voice note instantly.
I do agree with that guess.
A stress-free way to join the convo on your own time. Try it now on the free iHeartRadio app.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit theNickLeeGroup.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Good day, Jim Colbert and Company.
Hi, friend.
Concrete Mike.
Hey, Mike.
Jimmy, I've
Yes.
had acupuncture done once, and they had about 30 needles in my face and my head.
Okay.
I ended up falling asleep for about 20 minutes and woke up, and everything I was there for had been resolved, and I was good. It's a weird magical science technology. I don't know.
What's up, Jimothy?
What's up, Mom?
Man, I've heard that acupuncture story over the years, and I think I'm ready to try it. I'm still really skeptical. Like, I don't really know how screwed up your back is, but I have some serious lower back issues, and I'm at least ready to. I'll try anything, to be honest. So if you could point me in the right direction, point me to that business that you went to.
Yeah.
I only trust them. If it worked for you, I want to go to them.
Well, buddy, I got to tell you, I mean, look, somebody asked earlier for the name of the business. I don't even know what's there anymore. And I don't know if the woman who administered my acupuncture is there either. But I can't imagine it would be difficult to find a qualified person in town to do it. I think it was Morning Bell, M-O-R-N-I-N-G Bell, Morning Bell. They were on Fairbanks Avenue, not far from 1792 there in the Winter Park area. That's who did me, and the woman's name was Schwa. That's just all. That's what we call her. So
Schwa is the one who did you?
Schwa is the one who did it. I don't know if she's there anymore. I don't know if the thing is there anymore, but that's where you can go for sure. But I would do a little research. It did work for me, man, and I'd been through it for a little bit. So, all right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm here. Deb is here, and so is Jack. Actually, Deb has a news update regarding the launch.
Yeah, unfortunately, NASA has detected a technical issue that may cause issues with the launch of Artemis II. This is from WFTV Channel 9. NASA technicians are working on obtaining a part to fix the issue before the scheduled launch at 6:24. Nothing like have the mechanic do a live.
Get that battery fixed so Dad can go to work.
Get in the truck. Go over to Tools Ace Hardware.
Exactly. So we'll keep you posted. Let's hope they clear this up because they've got 400,000 people who are expected to watch the launch in person, while millions are watching around the world.
And it's a 2-hour window tonight, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, do they have a window again tomorrow? Because I know, isn't it like you'd have multiple days where the window exists and then it'll shut down for like 3 weeks or something?
I'm not sure
depending on the orbit.
Launch, yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question.
But you know what I'm saying?
I haven't heard of a backup date being announced.
Yeah, because you have to be in a certain trajectory with the moon, in alignment with the moon,
right?
For them to be able to do their little loops around the Earth and then pew.
Right. They use that to sling, right?
Yeah. So if needed, backup launch opportunities exist through April 6th with another backup window opening on April 30th.
Oh, so they have it going. Yeah, that's exactly right. So it is about 3 weeks after that. So you have till Monday.
Yeah.
to get this thing in the air.
And then it's a month until the lunar cycle repeats.
Right, yeah. Wow.
Smart people.
400K. 400,000 people are there to watch.
well,
and could you imagine if it's like, sorry, our plastic valve nut.
They're still working on it.
Mm-hmm.
They may
Exactly.
get it. It could be duct tape. That's all they need.
They got the mechanic on its way.
Now, we plan to talk about the villages when I totally forgot that Scott was calling because that's what happens when things happen.
My bad.
But we are going to talk about the villages here at the top of the hour. But we did get a phone call. Is this Jeff?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing well. How are you all?
Doing good, boss. I mean, you heard us about to talk about the villages and dispel some of the rumors that have been going around for years. Jack said you had some information about the villages that can maybe clear a few things up.
What do you want to know? I work there every day.
Well, here's the thing, man. One of the issues that people heard about for a while, and they tried to claim that this was a 2023 TikTok video that started this whole thing with the loofah thing, but that was going on way before 2023, was it not?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the loofah thing.
I never see loofah sponges on people's golf carts or their clothes.
Okay,
There you go. All right.
All right.
Ooh, dismiss that one.
So what about the swinger thing? That's another thing. If you go online and you research the villages, like if you just type in the YouTube, like give me a villages review of people who moved out of the country, moved from different parts of the country to the villages and have lived there a year. It'll give you a bunch of videos of people talking about the positives and negatives. One of the things that came up earlier was, in one of those interviews was that there was a big swinger community out there. Have you seen any of that?
Not at all. Good hometown people from, Wisconsin, Missouri, you name it, they're there.
We're freaky in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Well, not that they hit on me or anything, and I'm not an ugly man. I don't, no, they don't advertise it if it's going on. I know a bunch of them grow marijuana.
Okay, well, that's probably something you need to keep to yourself. Swinging's legal, and the other thing is
They're
legal.
a little more discreet on the sex stuff. But the weed, you need the sunshine.
Ain't no loofahs, dog, but there's about 100,000 grow rooms.
And they like their drinking.
Yeah.
Well, it's retired, right?
And we also heard that the entire city basically is like they turn off one big power switch around 9 o'clock.
I don't work there that late, but I couldn't imagine. Some of them are fairly wild.
Very cool, man. Well, I appreciate your call, Jeff. Thanks a ton, buddy. What do you do out there?
I do pool repair.
Very nice, man. Well, enjoy yourself, and thanks for the call. We appreciate it. 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031.
He's the pool boy in the story.
That's why he's trying to cover up for him. We hear your deal.
It sounds
Texter says Jeff is lying 100%.
Oh, a lot of them. I've delivered mail for 35 years in the villages. I see loofahs every day.
Yeah. I think he's a plant as well. But anyway, that's part of the story, and we'll cover that next. Hang loose.
Download the all-new iHeartRadio app. Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets, and you could win free stuff at upcoming events.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Simpson Road southbound at Osceola Parkway. All lanes are still blocked there. 2 right lanes are blocked. I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. There's a vehicle fire getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound before US 92. It's going to be stop and go where the beach line meets the Greenway. Everybody's heading towards the Space Coast to see the rocket launch later this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Staples has hundreds of great ways to boost your brand, like spectacular signs, brilliant brochures, eye-popping posters, mouth-watering menus, and more. Shop now through April 18th and save up to $125 on all your custom prints. Staples, that was easy.
Hey, if you want to go into business, that mortgage guy, Don, is your source because he also does commercial and SBA, Small Business Administration loans as well. And if you already have an existing SBA loan, let's say with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck. And that's because that mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. And if you want to buy a business or franchise, don't worry. That mortgage guy, Don, has your back with over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. And you can get a quote with no hard credit inquiry. So don't miss the boat. Compare your quote at thatmortgagguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with thatmortgagguydon.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Powerful doesn't just happen. You have to make it happen. So the moment Total Wireless offers a free Samsung S25 FE with Galaxy AI, when you switch to Total 5G or 5G Plus Unlimited 3-month plan, you take the network as powerful as you, with unlimited 5G data that won't slow you down. Now that's a total power move. Visit your neighborhood Total Wireless store. Device taxes and fees may apply. Requires new activation on a Total 5G Unlimited 3-month plan or higher. External port-in and ID verification. Available only in Total Wireless stores. Limit to 4 devices per account.
TK Law does divorce differently. No gimmicks, no false promise. They don't fight for men or women. They fight for you, your facts, your future. TK Law, one firm for life. Visit onefirmforlife.com.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC. RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi.
In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Want your offer on the home of your dreams to compete with cash buyers? Become a We Are Beyond the Bank certified home buyer. You'll be certified that your financing is solid and your loan will close on time, giving sellers confidence when they want to choose from another offer. And here's the difference. We Are Beyond the Banks even backs their certification with a $5,000 guarantee. Stop losing out on the home of your dreams. Make sure your offer stands out. Like us on Facebook and you could win an Amazon gift card. Become a certified home buyer today at wearebeyondthebanks.com. That's wearebeyondthebanks.com. Lender's number 1281698.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Sir, what about credit? If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money. Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And if you've served, you save even more. Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai. On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Radio now comes with moving pictures. The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe and watch.
Jim Colbert Show, I love you guys. Hey, man, I work in the Villages, and the loofah thing is definitely a thing. I'm 33 years old, and I work out there, and then me and a couple of coworkers went to hit a bar out there after work, and, man, it was like there was blood in the water out there. The sharks were circling us.
Oh, yeah.
Them ladies out there are looking to get something. Some of them are pretty cute.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Jimbo.
What's up, buddy?
Listen, that last caller is a effing liar. I was just in the Villages last week. Went to go get some ice cream with my daughter and one of my friends. And there's a car with 2 loofahs on it. And that guy sounded a little high, too. So I don't know if I would trust him. But yeah, that stuff happens. We ain't dumb.
Hey guys, I'd like to chat for 30 seconds, but I just got a call. I got to go change the nozzle guard on the Artemis II. See ya.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
The snozzle guard.
Yeah. We are currently monitoring the scenario with the Artemis. We're getting mixed messages of scrub, no scrub, parts still trying to get found. What do you know?
Well, from what I can tell and doing a quick bit of research is that launch teams are continuing to troubleshoot. Apparently, it's a flight termination system issue. And again, the earlier report from WFTV is that they were waiting for a part, and we're going to try and fix it in time for the launch.
I know I left it here somewhere.
And somebody else just said that I got one of the most disturbing texts of all time. The overpass of Highway 19 and 441 over by our house, just right up the street.
Yeah.
Somebody hung themselves from that bridge.
No.
I mean, I don't know if that's true. I just got a text, but
you might want to check that before you just
I don't know, man. It's so crazy, though, man. I mean, I don't know how. I don't know. That's so nuts. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. What a weird day.
I know.
What an odd day today. Okay, so the Villages. We have a couple people calling, too, so we'll get to those guys in a second. Here's all I wanted to do with the Villages. I'd heard a rumor today, or, you hear these rumors about all the stuff that goes on, obviously the things that were just talked about from not only the callers, but, from other people as well. And I saw this piece today on Channel 6, and I thought it was kind of interesting. What?
No, it's funny. When I saw that, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The investigation continues.
And this is a 55 and older retirement community. So when people call up and say there are good-looking women out, there's plenty of good-looking 55-year-old women in the world, dude.
Oh, hell yeah.
There are plenty of really nice-looking 55-year-old women out there.
Keep talking.
Mm-hmm. Let's go.
So one of the rumors says people have theorized that loofahs are used to discreetly signify a resident's sexual proclivities. In other words, every color would have a different thing that they're into, and the more colors you saw were just basically indicative of the things that they like to do.
Yeah, like pink, I believe, is a soft swap.
Yeah.
Whereas white means like you're new to it,
Right. Soft swap is like you're in the room with other people doing it, but not swapping, right?
But you're not.
Right, yeah, you're just in the room while other people are having sex or doing whatever.
My favorite color, purple, apparently is like game on.
All right, anything?
I think so. I think so. Wait, let me look up my loofah guide for the Villages. One actually does exist.
For novices and beginners.
Not that I have.
Blue is the lowest level of full swap. Those who can play well with others. So that's a full swap scenario. Yellow is a mid-level swap for those who want to have fun but still are nervous. Purple is voyeur and people who like to watch.
Oh,
that's all they want to do is watch. Black is full swap.
Oh,
it's
there
whatever
we go.
you want to do. They say those who say what the hell to let it all go down. Teal is bisexual for those who want to increase their dating chances, and pink is soft swap, like you said, people who like to do it in the room with others in the room. Those are the colors, right? That's what we've been told for a long time, that there's this weird code out there, and that's what it means when you see the loofahs. Now, I know for a fact the guy who called earlier was full of it as well, because the village, we were just near there. Yeah. And we saw golf carts with the loofahs on them.
Well, maybe his experience, he doesn't see it, but maybe he's also blind.
Yeah, he could be blind. That's for sure.
We didn't ask if he had vision.
Now, the thing is, they say that this is a video that came out on TikTok in the mid, like 2022, 2023. But we know for a fact these rumors have swirled out there for quite a while.
Yes,
way longer than the. I remember it going back into the 90s. Like I remember it way back then.
Oh, that's one of the things you always hear. They party hard. I mean, do you remember when a woman and a man got caught having sex in the band shell, and then one of the bars near there named a drink after her? I mean, isn't that the popped up collar for the Viagra? Like you look for the dude with the popped up collar because you know he has the the black market Cialis and stuff like that.
Yeah. Stiff collar.
Stiff collar. Yeah. There you go. Hey.
Collar code word. All right. So one of the other things is that it was the leading area for STDs, like in Florida, one of the highest in the nation.
That's the story I remember.
Yeah. Turns out that's not true at all. Actually has one of the lowest STD rates in the entire area.
It's so funny we bring that up, and then people will text us at 77031 and say, I've worked for a doctor who left because they were tired of just treating STDs.
Yeah, it says despite the claim, some state data shows that 3 counties the villages resides in, which is Sumter, Marion, and Lake, actually have much lower transmission rates than most of Central Florida.
Don't take away our image.
And what do you think the loofahs are actually for, according to this story?
Well, I've heard the rumor of what it really means.
Which is?
Let Jack guess first.
I don't know. Just like
can I tell you something? Break it way down.
Yeah, someone called about this before.
Yeah, break it way down.
For game night or something. They just want to hang out.
It's for finding their car in the parking lot.
It's for finding their golf cart, because a lot of the golf carts look exactly the same.
There you go.
There are only 4 or 5 golf cart makers that really are out there. So if you go buy yourself a standard Yamaha golf cart before you do all the Villages stuff to it and paint it custom and jack it up and put a big stereo on it, if you are out there in Publix and there's 300 of those things out there, there's no way to find yours. So the loofah was basically you putting a piece of string on your luggage like I do when we fly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I don't know about you guys. You guys do that?
Yeah.
Like with your luggage, you tie something around the handle you can designate, because they all look the same.
I put crime scene tape
on
it.
I like that.
That's
super good.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. What are you oofing about?
Somebody just texted us at 77031 and said that their wife got approached. Google it. Black Everything Goes. Wife got approached by a... Can I drop your mic for a second?
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay, you say it.
Yeah. They wanted him to cuck.
Cuckold.
They wanted him to be a cuckold. In other words, they wanted him to watch another person have sex with his wife.
Yeah. Do you imagine if someone approached either one of you and asked to do that?
I would just simply ask him how much money they had. And my wife would probably ask twice. How much you got, Carl? What you got, dog? What you got? How much?
Exactly.
What you holding? We're going to watch that. Figure it out.
Chris would kill them.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think it's flattering. I don't get offended by that stuff. Like when my wife gets compliments, she gets ogled all the time. It's ridiculous.
Well, there's a difference between a compliment and, hey, you mind sitting in the corner while I diddle your daddle?
Look, if somebody came up to me and said, "Hey, man, listen, I got a deal. Here's the deal for you. I will give you $5,000 of my finest dollars if I can just sit in the room while you guys do some stuff."
Okay, but that's different.
Okay.
That's different than what this guy got offered.
That gets me.
Okay, how would you respond if this guy said, "How would you feel if you just sat in the corner and let me do my thing?" I think the next sound he would hear would be...
You're asking me, this guy's going to walk up out of nowhere and go, "Can I sit in the corner of a room, take care of myself, I'll solo while you guys are doing your thing"?
No.
That's not what she is saying.
No.
She's saying that I sit in the corner?
You sit in the corner and just watch.
Just like what happened to the listener who texted us and said, Google it, Black Everything Goes, my wife got approached by a cuck. So he was being asked to Possibly. You sit in the corner
but
while I have sex with your wife.
I think that makes me the cuck. I think the cuckold is the person who likes to watch another man have sex with his wife or do stuff. So,
Correct.
So that person would basically, they're asking if we are a cuck kind of family.
This is where my understanding of this side of
This is where you really have to review your notes.
I have to
Is this where you have to go back to your notes?
go back to my earlier writings.
Is this when you start reading your journal?
This never comes up in our FCC training.
It doesn't, Jack. It doesn't. And that's a sketchy word, but we know it's cool. Don't worry about it. Got a couple calls here. Let's go to them real quick from people who apparently are pretty familiar with the area.
Okay.
Hey, Frank, how you doing, buddy? You live out there in the Villages?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next call. You said it all. Talk to me, buddy. What's the vibe?
The vibe is the loofahs aren't as prevalent as I think it's more embellished because I literally, when I first moved there, drove in my golf cart looking for loofah. I mean, purposely looking, and it's out there for sure. I live by this town. It's called Brownwood Square. It's like 4 square: Brownwood Square, Sumter Square, Spastic Square. So you go to all them. They have the restaurants, the bars. So I've been approached by. I'm 57, and I was eating dinner, and this lady must have been every bit of mid-60s. Came right up to me. Hey, do you want to dance? And I said, let me finish eating first. The women will come up. I had one woman come up, just put her arm around me. What's your name? Hey, do you want to go bar hopping with us? I mean, they're very, very forward, the women up there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's a lot of fun, obviously. But, the loofah thing, I don't think it's as prevalent. I haven't seen it as crazy as it's been talked about. But it's definitely... It's definitely worth it. And if you're a golfer like I am, just a million golf courses around there too.
Yeah, for sure. I love to play as well. And I've kind of dabbled about kind of looking around to see what it's like. Are you happy you moved out there? Or do you think was it a good decision for you?
I wish I moved there 15 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's so awesome.
Yeah. I mean, they go out early, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. They're home by 8, 9. It's a lot, especially holiday season. They go all out. I mean, as far as dressing up.
That's cool.
The golf carts. It really is a lot of fun.
They have live music every night.
Every night there's something going on.
As long as there's no lightning and the temperature doesn't drop too much, they have all these squares have a band every single night, and it's part of what you pay for. You don't pay a dime to watch these bands.
That's
wow,
awesome.
That is cool.
So it is a one fee a month scenario. Once you buy your place out there, you pay like an association fee or something, and then everything outside of stuff that you have to buy for food and drinks or whatever is pretty much covered. I mean, I know you have to pay greens fees for golf and stuff, though, right?
Right. Yeah, the golf is cheap if you live, one of those. It's really, really cheap. They have a lot of 9-hole courses and 18, but it's very cheap. They have softball fields. They actually have some card room, which I just heard about, like the Oxford card room, because I play poker too. They have that. But yeah, you go to these bands when they play every single night. You just sit down, you watch. People bring their coolers. The rides outside a lot of bars and restaurants. You can just watch. A lot of bars have the outside where you can just watch as you're eating dinner or drinking. Yeah, it's just crazy. It's just. Yeah, I wish I moved there a long time ago. It's so much fun. It's a lot of fun.
You single, dog?
Sir.
You're single?
He sounded like you thought you were hitting.
My God, dude. My God, man. You buy condoms by the bedroom load.
If you want to come up with that, I'll just show you around the golf cart. No harm, no foul.
All right. I got no problem with that. Email me, dude. Jim Colbert at realradio.fm. I'll slide up there with you.
Sounds like the dream retirement life, right?
We get a round of golfing, too.
Yeah, you got it, buddy. We'll see you, man. Thanks for your call. Appreciate that so much. All right, real quick. T-Bag called us as well.
Day
T-Bag.
drinking and sleep by 9.
T-Bag, is anything that's being said today accurate? You live out there.
Well, first let me say what it do, Colbert crew.
Okay, very nice.
But no, he's right. A lot of people, the loofahs aren't as prevalent as much as people think they are. They are out there, though, and the women are, quote unquote, pretty loose around here. But what he missed was 57. I'm 38. There's a lot of grandchildren around here, too, that are of dating age. So it's an eclectic group of people. And as for the 55 and older, there's an 80-20 rule, which is 80% of the people that live here are over 55, but have someone that's taking care of them that may not be of the 55-year-old age.
Wow. So there's a variety out there.
Yeah, it's an eclectic group of people. I tell you what, like he said, you go out to any square. Actually, a couple months ago, I saw NaomiBradshaw.com out in Sumter. She was wonderful.
Yeah. It's like once a week, maybe twice a week, she's singing at one of the squares. Yeah.
You should approach Jack. I mean, I hear he'll sit in the corner for you.
You don't even have to pay him.
That is wrong, Jim Jam. That is wrong.
We'll see you, buddy. Thanks for your call.
You tell him, T-Bag.
8407. You tell him. You sit still, Jack. You just sit still.
You sit in the corner and be quiet.
You won't be in here long, buddy. We'll be out here in no time. All right. Our buddy Todd Cook is going to join us. He's the ECO Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the city of Melbourne, Florida. We're going to talk about recycling and what happens to your trash. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
My parents told me years later that they were supposed to. I was supposed to have like leg braces.
Really? Like Forrest Gump?
Yeah, like Forrest Gump.
The news junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
Simpson Road southbound at Osceola Parkway. All lanes are still blocked there. 2 right lanes are blocked. I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. There's a vehicle fire getting cleared up on I-4 eastbound before US 92. It's going to be stop and go where the beach line meets the Greenway. Everybody's heading towards the Space Coast to see the rocket launch later this afternoon. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Zip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Spring. Time to refresh your ride. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for trusted service and expert vehicle care in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Spring into savings at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, the drive starts here. Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Spring is a perfect time for renewal, a perfect time for taking care of things that you need to do coming out of winter. And one of the things you probably need to do is get over to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Man, when you consider 1 in 3 people in this country will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases there are 0 symptoms, that is absolutely horrifying. And maybe you have something in your life that's changed and you're like, man, I want to make sure that I'm going to be around for years. Like I just had my first grandkid, and I got to tell you, man, it has changed the way I look at my life and makes me want to stay around as much as possible to take in every single moment of that young man's life. And remember, man, your heart and health matter because they are counting on you, and prevention today means memories tomorrow. And that's exactly what I'm leaning on with my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Remember, there are no dyes. You do not take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a few minutes, so do what I did. Get over there to Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Like I said, just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well because early detection does save lives. Here's how easy it is to make your appointment. All you have to do is pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and then say the keyword free heart scan. That's all, pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. Guys, they'll connect you. You make your appointment and then take control of your long-term health care.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by WeAreBeyondABank.com. Where you want your offer on your dream home to compete with cash buyers, they can do that because you can become a We Are Beyond a Bank certified home buyer. You'll be certified that your financing is solid and your loan will close on time. That gives sellers the confidence they want when choosing an offer. And here's the difference. We Are Beyond a Bank even backs that certification with a $5,000 guarantee. So don't lose out on the home of your dreams. Make sure your offer stands out. Like We Are Beyond a Bank on Facebook, and you could win a $100 Amazon gift card. They do that every month. Become a certified home buyer today at WeAreBeyondABank.com. That's WeAreBeyondABank.com. NMLS ID number 1281698, Equal Housing and Fair Lending.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Hello, everybody. How we doing?
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Streaming now on Hulu.
Taylor Swift's first awards show appearance this year.
Taylor Swift is here.
Miley Cyrus takes home the Innovator Award.
Miley Cyrus.
John Mellencamp wins the Icon Award.
Plus,
Ethos. Performances from Alex Warren,
Kehlani, Lady Wilson, Ray,
TLC, Salt and Pepper, In Vogue, and more.
all hosted by Ludacris.
You know what time it is. Our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Now streaming on Hulu.
Ready to make a move? Check out the hottest homes that are available in Central Florida with the Nickley Group. Go to the nickley.com/hot homes to get started. That's the nickley.com/hot homes.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
So, you finally have some time to yourself. Even if it is just the car ride home, it's you time. And look at you. Do not disturb set before you even got in the car? Impressive. You've earned this moment to just chill and drive. This break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
At TEK Law, we do divorce differently. Divorce is full of hidden traps, mistakes that can cost you your money, your time, and your future. With one wrong step, you're stuck. We know the path. We have guided countless clients through this forest, and we can help guide you too with a clear vision, a careful strategy, and proven results. Don't risk it all alone. Trust TK Law. One firm for life.
Is your bathroom like me? Outdated, unattractive, and unsafe? Well, you're in luck. My friends over at HBN Bath are here to help transform your old, worn-out bathroom into a beautiful, modern space that you're going to love. And they can do it in as little as one day. That's right. No messy remodels, just fast, professional results. So here's the plan. Visit hbnusa.com and schedule your free consultation. And now through April, take advantage of 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. Restrictions apply. Visit hbnusa.com. License number CBC 1255975.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Milk Room Radio. 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, we find out what's in the good sauce with Ross Padgett. Today at 6 on The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Dan Stone is right. We will talk to Ross Padgett at the top of the hour. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I am Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
You know, we got to do a really interesting conversation about our waste. Your trash and the all the landfills and how many there are and everything about them, and it led into a really interesting conversation. Jack makes contact with Todd Cook, who's here with us today. He's the ECO Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the City of Melbourne. You guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Todd Cook. What do you say?
And a listener since 1997.
How about that? What's going on, big dog? How you doing?
Great. How y'all doing?
Doing good, man. You kind of tripping out a little bit?
Yeah, it's a little different. But I'm good.
And so you've been listening for damn near 30 years.
Yes.
To this station. This is the first time you've been in the studio. You said that you came out to a couple of the Primetime Kitchen events back in the day?
Yes. Yeah, over at Wassey's.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And you actually drove from Melbourne to come here today.
That is correct.
Which means you have to return to Melbourne today.
Oh, no.
My apologies.
So are you going to drive down to West Palm and then come back up the back way?
Yeah, I told Jack if there's an old guy sitting in a Nissan Sentra in the parking lot for a couple hours, please leave me alone.
All right, explain your job real quick. Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the City of Melbourne, Florida. What do you do?
So the whole division, we're about the environmental community outreach. So we want to just educate people about everything. Just recycling, solid waste, where it goes, what we can do with it. We're also over there teaching about, we're close to the Indian River Lagoon.
Wow.
So we help with that. The other person in our department, she goes out to schools, teaches about everything from, just sustainability and just keeping everything going on.
Yeah, is the idea to basically get students at a young age to understand where their trash goes, what happens when you get that styrofoam cup or that plastic bag, and when you throw it away, where it goes, so they're more cognizant of the trash that they create? Is that the goal?
Yes, that is. And we go to several events, and it is cool to see some of the younger kids. We have this little thing where we put a tray out there, and it's like, okay, what can you recycle and what can't you recycle?
Right.
So some of the younger kids are really good at it. We're telling the parents, I'm like, hey, good job. Because I know we're looking to go to the moon and Mars, but we need to do a little local housekeeping first if we can.
Isn't that the truth? We're spending trillions of dollars to move to another planet. Let's just save the one we have.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, one of the weird things that happened, how long ago was this, Deborah? Like a year and a half, 2 years ago? When the recycling kind of myth thing kind of happened with us, and we realized that
it was a "What'd you do that's new," and it
courtesy
was
of Jack.
Yeah, it was a myth of recycling, and it talked about the where a lot of our plastics used to be bought by China, and then they weren't. Now they end up in third world nations. So that's why I'm curious because we have all different types of plastic we're putting in the same bin. So I'm curious about when we put it to the curb, what happens to it then? And because there's some things they take, some they don't. So I was hoping Todd could clear up some of those.
And that kind of disenfranchises a lot of people, because they automatically believe that we've been lied to for so many years. Like, oh my God, I've been going through this all my life to make sure I'm a responsible citizen here. And
I used to rinse all my recyclables out like, the county asked, and make sure I separate the paper. And then you find out it ends up on a beach in a third world country burning.
And I used to always hate that. When the rinse it first, it's like, don't make me wash it. Come on.
So help us out there. I mean, is that actual? I mean, what happens with that stuff? I mean, I know that the thickness and style of plastic is different. They do have to be handled differently.
Right. So that's a popular misconception.
Okay.
Everybody's like, it all goes to the same place. It does not. I mean, it does go to, in Brevard, we have the Cocoa. It's a material recycling facility. So everything goes there and it's sorted at that point. Okay. So once it's sorted, your plastics, they're all different. You've got your clear plastic like milk jugs. You've got your plastic laundry detergent jugs that have color to them. You've got aluminum. You've got cardboard. That's all sorted out and then baled and then sold to buyers. So before everybody goes, oh, now they're making money off my recycling. Well, if they can make a little bit of money, it's going to save the bottom line on them sending you a bill.
Right, yeah.
And it's going to
raising your price.
Right. And so it's going to keep it out of the landfill too. I mean, I've got some interesting numbers on landfills that are like crazy. But so it is. They bale it. They have buyers. It goes places. Aluminum cans, for example, once it's baled and it leaves the facility in Cocoa, it could be back on the shelf in 60 days with another product.
Yeah, we just actually talked about that. That's one of the more interesting things with aluminum is that thing can go from being a soda can to back on the counter for a soda can in just less than 2 months.
Exactly. So when people come up and when I'm at an event and everything and they're like, yeah, it goes in the same place. And I start to tell them it does, but it's sorted there.
Right, yeah.
And it's sent out to buyers and everything, and that's the big thing. It's the second cycle of its life.
And isn't having buyers also preserves the recycling program?
Exactly.
Because I live I'm out in Mount Dora, and they got rid of the recycling program and went from waste to energy, or however that's phrased, where they burn it and then use that and then part of the reason was the recycling program was just untenable. It was too expensive for the city, and they had to find a better alternative than getting another landfill.
Yeah. Right. And that's exactly it. I mean, they need buyers, they need product to go out, get sold, and then we just work it into that second life of recycling.
Talking to Todd Cook is the ECO Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the city of Melbourne, Florida, kind of getting an idea of what landfills do, what recycling does. Let's talk about some of your landfill stats because, we know that there are a bunch of them. We have, out in Lake County, we drive by 2 of them on the way to work, the Mount Dora one and the one in Apopka. So what are those things about? One of the things we did worry about is when you create trash juice, no differently that it's in your house, right? You throw stuff away at the bottom of the bag. There's that liquid in there. We heard that there are pipes actually at the bottom of the lined landfills that handle that, but we don't know where that goes or what they do with that. Give me some of your numbers. What do you got for us?
So, the main thing with that is not just so much the juices. As things are decomposing, they're creating that gas, and that's why you see those pipes up, and they send that out. Some of the numbers I have, so the Cocoa landfill has approximately 20 years left in it. They get 3,900 tons a day to the landfill.
Wow.
So
3,900 tons.
Yes, and now
a lot more after this weekend.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it does depend on what's going on. But so last year, recycling 600,000 tons were diverted from the landfill.
Oh,
so
wow.
Cool.
If you have that much going, you don't have 20 years left in that cocoa landfill.
Right.
Now you're probably having that. You're like at 10.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So the main thing is, because when landfills get land full, now you have to move them out somewhere. You got to find a spot. No realtor is going to go, hey, I got 15 acres.
Right.
And no neighborhood wants to say, sure, bring
Exactly.
it over here.
So you have to go further out. And Nashville's experiencing this right now. Sorry, they have to go way out. Well, now the trucks have to go out there.
Right.
And they're going to spend more fuel going out there.
Right.
And then eventually that's going to trickle down.
Right, and in a state like Florida, the crazy thing about living here is you never know when or where the development is going to happen. Like, nobody wants to take Florida up land and turn it into anything like that because it's so valuable.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
so you got to find these spots that, and then of course nobody wants a landfill in their backyard. So then that strikes 1 and 2.
So-
20 years, that's crazy.
Right.
When was that built? Do you know?
I do not know the exact year of that. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't know what the average lifespan of one of those things were. And by the way, when they start them, do they dig a big pit first and then build it up from there?
They start from there. And then they just layer things like certain household items and everything. They'll work in one section, crush that down. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those machines. It looks like fun to ride.
Yeah.
And then the yard waste piles, that's a separate section. They bring that over to cover that section.
Right. So
and then
is that to
move
speed the rotting of the other stuff? In other words, to create that heat
Right,
that does that?
Right. That's to close it up and then move on to a different section.
Yeah.
So in a recent What'd You Do That's New about garbage, vape pens came up, and that's a relatively, obviously, modern problem for those who handle landfills. What can you tell us about people not throwing their vape pens in the garbage, what that does?
Yeah, the vape pens and lithium batteries, they're so common now. So they're the first thing, and I would encourage everybody to do is reach out to your local municipality, because everybody's different. Whatever county you're in, reach out to that county. Your municipality, reach out to them. Everybody has someplace different. In Melbourne, we have the Sarno landfill, which has like a hazardous household items, paints, batteries, and such. Sometimes Home Depot and Lowe's used to, because your DeWalt's, Milwaukee. I mean, how often do you? They're all over the place now.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
So that's a big thing, because they can cause fires inside of trucks, inside of facilities, at landfills. So it's really dangerous. So please, if you can, before you get rid of vape pens and batteries, reach out to your municipality and find out how to get rid of them properly.
And Jack can confirm this, because we actually use the same facility that does this very thing. There's one over in Winter Springs. It's a transfer station, but they have the hazmat stuff. And I will tell you that something, this sounds so silly, but I'll promise you it's the truth. And Jack will confirm it as soon as I say this. You also feel good about yourself when you do that. Instead of throwing that gallon of paint in your trash can and then covering up with other trash, taking that to the hazmat place, because you can save all that up and make one trip and dump it all off. It makes you feel better for doing that rather than throwing that in your trash. And I know it's the same thing you feel, dude.
Absolutely. It's on 419 right near 1792 there.
Easy to get to, easy to get in and out of. They make it it's drive-through, basically.
Yeah, they ask you your zip code. They just want to make sure you're a Seminole County resident. And then whether it's used paint, whether it's batteries,
old
oil,
TVs, oil.
Yeah. Old electronics. But I used to save my old alkaline batteries.
That's what I do.
And now they say that you don't. They say you can just throw those in the trash. Alkaline, not the
vape.
Not the lithium ion. Right. Yeah, that's the big thing, is lithium ion.
Yeah. What is one of the biggest problems you guys face over there, the one you're at now? And do you know, I mean, do they have a plan for a new one yet? Obviously, they must. I mean, 20 years out is 20 years out, but it ain't that far away.
Right. You have to start looking.
Yeah,
you
for
have to
sure.
start looking. So we're doing what we can right now, diverting as much as we can, buying time.
Yeah.
And then, but you do have to start to look into options of where the next one's going to be.
Scott, I got 2 words for you. Palm Bay.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Pine Hills.
No, we got to keep it in Brevard.
Yeah. Well, Palm Bay people are going to come at you hard, dog.
Somebody did just text
They're
us
nuts.
at 77031. Please ask, is there a risk that Earth will become like the Earth and Wall-E?
I can't make any promises.
Yeah. Well, not that, I mean, look, we have plenty of room to put trash. The problem is we have plenty of room to put trash.
Well, again, that thing that we watch, and when you see how much trash that we make every day, it's almost more on the consumer to just learn to live a life where you just don't see that one garbage bag and think that that's all the garbage that's going in the dump that day.
Somewhere in my photo collection, it just so happens that I went to New York the year that the garbage barge was stuck out there in the bay, and it's so funny seeing that thing, because when you drive by, you're like, oh, it's a boat full of garbage, and you don't realize when they say barge, I mean, it looks like an oil tanker, and it was completely filled to the top with nothing but garbage from New York City, where they would ship it over to the and I guess there was some kind of thing going on.
Freshkill or Fishkill Island or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. And there was something going on where they were stopping that, and they wouldn't let it go. And it sat there in that harbor for days. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's why diverting it as much as we can is the most important thing. We do have 3 things. It's like reduce what you purchase with the packaging material. Plastic bags, that's easy when you go into the shopping. You go and shop and everything. It's easier to take just some bags in there.
Yeah.
Those can be recycled, though. You can take those to either Publix or Walmart, and they can get rid of them there. So that's your plastic bags and your films. But also watch what you're buying that's already packaged, like your produce and your potatoes. You got them. If it's already packaged, it's going to be more than just buying the bulk ones. So save some money, and then not have to worry about that packaging.
Exactly.
The clamshell stuff, you can't recycle that.
Right, yeah.
I hate that stuff.
That's a really big issue right now.
The styrofoam clamshell thing?
The clamshell, the plastic one. It's so brittle, we can't really have buyers for that.
Yeah, strawberries all the time.
Strawberries.
Oh, that kind of stuff. Gotcha.
Salads, yes.
Salads.
Wow.
Yeah. So the clear plastic ones.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a problem is styrofoam, though, with you guys, with the styrofoam food containers? And
yeah, still haven't figured out a way to do that. And people, I love it. I check out stuff, and they still put it in there. It's like wish recycling.
Yeah.
Like, can you do something with this? But sometimes things do need to just go to the landfill.
Yeah. Interestingly, I read this morning, and I actually had a story pulled. I don't think we'll get to it today about it, but that this deal with Hormuz is causing an issue with plastics. Like they're saying that your bottled water is going to get more expensive, not because of the water, but because of the plastic that it's in. And I thought, what better time than trying to encourage people to get some type of filtration system at their house, whether it be a Brita that just hooks right onto your faucet. It gives you better. Like today, I will leave here, and Deborah will tell you, every day before we leave the station, I go to this kitchen because the water is filtered and the ice is also filtered. I fill up my Yeti, and that's what I drink when I get home. I hate plastic bottles, and I think there's a scourge, and it would be interesting if this whole thing creates a situation where people aren't able to get a case of water for $2.50, and it'll cause them to maybe put a filtration system into their home, which would pay for itself in months easily. I mean, they aren't even that expensive.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. It's so easy to just grab a bottle of plastic water. But Yetis get stuff. A lot of places, and even businesses, they have a filtration place right there.
It's a water station.
You can walk up there with your refillable cup, boom, put it under there, and you're good.
And by the way, that's a new thing now with new builders. They're kind of creating places like that where it's water stations, because people more now have a hard cup to carry it around in rather than having the plastic bottle. I would much rather do that than have to buy a plastic bottle of water. I can't,
Well, somebody had texted us saying that they work in a restaurant and they recycle, but you can't recycle soda bibs. They're saying they get mixed info on if you can recycle soda bibs from restaurants.
Yeah, that's
Call the recycling center over in Melbourne. They'll have someone there to answer the question.
What is a soda bib? What is that?
I don't know.
That's what I was wondering. Sorry.
I don't even know what a soda bib is.
I don't know what is a soda bib.
You've worked in restaurants. I've worked in restaurants.
I've never heard that in my entire life.
Well, what about do you remember the special we also watched talked about turning some of the recycled plastic into construction bricks? Is there any kind of movement like that going on here in the States or in Florida?
There are a few different ideas and things they're doing over in Hawaii. Actually, this is really cool. They're taking recycling plastic and fishing nets, everything they have over there, and getting it into the asphalt.
Yep,
and paving roads with that.
Wow.
Yeah, very resilient. It lasts for a while.
Right.
I read that as well, and I can't remember why. I think it's not cost effective right now, and that's the last I read about it. Is they're trying to create a way to make that more cost effective, because as of right now, asphalt's cheaper to produce than this, but they want to be able to do that, and that's what the last I heard of that.
You need to put a tax on the companies that produce plastic. The companies that make the plastic should be on the hook for what we do with it after its lifespan.
Yeah.
So that's where it comes in, where if you're not using it as much, then they see, oh, okay.
They're not using as much.
If it affects their bottom line, then they'll stop.
And it's the petroleum producers that we learned from Jack's special. And rather than planning to reduce the amount of plastic they're creating more. Like, why do you have to buy a 12-pack of toilet paper and each individual roll could be wrapped in plastic, but it's already wrapped in plastic? It seems so redundant.
Right. Yeah, that's the frustrating stuff you see.
Todd, you're talking to thousands and thousands of people right now. What do you want them to know about recycling?
Just do it. It's an ounce makes a pound makes a ton. Just go ahead and do it. I know sometimes it takes a few minutes, takes a few seconds extra and everything, but go ahead and do it.
I mean, the thing is, from you see it every day. You understand that by doing it, it does make a giant impact. It can make a big change. Yes. I mean, that landfill number you gave us a second ago was just a startling reminder of that very thing, that a gigantic percentage of what winds up in these landfills could be recycled if you just took a couple seconds to do it.
Right, exactly.
Very nice. Buddy, good seeing you. Thanks for coming over. We appreciate it very much. You guys give it up good loud for Todd Cook. There he is.
Yay!
Now, all you have to do is drive 7.5 hours to go 41 miles.
Yeah, because this update, NASA resolved safety system issue as Orion hatch is secured for launch.
Wow. That actually may be a good thing because then people aren't hauling ass out of there trying to get out and they're going to be staying put. So that's a good thing for you.
Look at the bright side. If you are stuck in the eastbound lane of the 528, you will be able to see the launch through your windshield.
There's always a benefit. There's always a bonus.
There's your silver lining.
Plus, I've got a number one on my preset, so I know what I'll be listening to.
Awesome.
Hey, thanks for your time, buddy. Yeah, we can't thank you enough for your time, buddy. Thanks, Todd. We appreciate
Thank you.
it.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up, guys. Trivia's next.
AI doesn't have a childhood story that goes too far. We do. In spades. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Orlando will be the temporary home of the Jaguars after NFL owners approved Camping World Stadium as the team's venue for the 2027 season. The Magic, they'll host Atlanta tonight in the second half of a back-to-back. Orlando is still holding the play-in spot after they beat Phoenix. And Tiger Woods, he's going to step away from golf to seek treatment and focus on his health following last week's crash in Florida. I'm Scott Davidson.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Guys, Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you, my friends, can find it right there at your local Tools Ace Hardware. That's right, from homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. And get this, 0% financing plus instant rebates on Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores ready to service and repair your Steel equipment every day. It's Steel zero-turn mowers. They're available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware today at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Sir, what about credit? If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money. Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And if you've served, you save even more. Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai. On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Talked about being eco-friendly with recycling. Another way is to consider how you use power, and I'm talking about solar energy, clean, reusable, renewable power, and SolarSource.com is the place to go. SolarSource is rolling back to pre-2020 solar pricing during the SolarSource Price Rewind event. It's your chance to lock in the best solar prices in years. For a limited time, you get a quote during the Solar Source Price Rewind event while supplies last, and they'll even fix your existing solar system if it's not performing. Get your quote today at solarsource.com. It's Florida's oldest and most experienced solar provider. They've been doing it since 1984. It's a long time, y'all. Over 75,000 systems installed, industry-leading 25-year warranty, trusted by NASA, Disney, Legoland, and more. There's no pressure, no gimmicks, just expert guidance and fantastic customer service. Go to solarsource.com/monsters. Tell them Jack from Real Radio sent you and get some exclusive savings.
At Rental World, we've served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers. As a Steel Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete saws and more. For a limited time, BR 600 blowers are $50 off. FS 56 RC trimmers are $30 off, and more deals in store. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
C-Lane here. Guys, let's have a talk for a second. If ED is starting to show up, you already know that's not something that just fixes itself. You can brush it off, joke about it, but when it matters, it still shows up. And yeah, it messes with your head, messes with your confidence, and it affects your relationship. Your partner notices, and you can only ignore that for so long. If you're still depending on pills every time, hoping for a different result, you know that's not really a fix. And that's why guys are calling Premier Men's Medical Center. They're helping men get things back to where they should be and feel like themselves again. And listen, 98% of men see results right there in the office, right there, same day. They're offering a free consultation, but you've got to call now. 407-723-7533. That's 407-723-7533. Don't overthink it. Just call Premier Men's Medical Center.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code CURRENT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code CURRENT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's only one place to watch this nonsense. At Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
What up, JCS crew?
What up,
hey, I just got a 417 on the 528 westbound headed toward the airport. And 528 east is a beast right now. I wouldn't even get on it. I got off at the airport and looked over the ramp. Eastbound is backed up for miles. Like, you can't even see the end of the cars.
Uh-huh.
If you haven't loved to see the launch, like you just said, you're going to see it through your windshield. If you can get off, I'd get off. You ain't going nowhere.
He just rubbed his eyes, our buddy Todd Cook, on his Instagram. He just rubbed his eyes like a lottery ticket got to the last number, and it was a womp, 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 womp.
Take 50. Just take 50.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Our buddy Todd Cook stuck around for trivia, and he's going to sit in with us for this. Jack, what's in the old Jackie sack?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Here we go. Got a pair of tickets to see Orlando City take on Charlotte FC. This is happening at Inter & Co Stadium on April 22nd. That's Earth Day. Also, got a pair of tickets to the Black Crows
Nice.
Southern Hospitality Tour. Special guest, Whiskey Myers. This happens at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater on May 31st. Those are the prizes in the Jackie Sack today.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that very much.
Back to you. Clickety-clack.
Back to you, clickety-clack.
All right. see.
Deborah, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Oh, we're going to go 4 again.
4!
4.
Scott, how you doing, buddy?
Doing great, thank you.
Want to play a little game with us, boss?
Absolutely.
Well, let's do it.
So serious.
Game show.
All right, Scott. This is a very easy game. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is not true.
What?
But if you find it, I'll send you over to the Jackie Sack and you pick out something nice for yourself. Are you ready?
Sounds great.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1853, the city of Cincinnati, Ohio, became the very first city in America to hire full-time firefighters. That's right.
Oh, wow.
Here are 3 fun facts about firefighters and fighting fires, and 1 pole sliding lie.
And a really long hose.
All right, buddy. Which one of these is untrue? We're talking about firefighting and firefighters. Number 1, a firefighter needs 100 hours of training before legally being allowed to enter a burning structure. Number 2, a firefighter gets 2 minutes to get dressed, and that's important because their gear can weigh between 80 and 100 pounds.
Damn.
Number 3, Molly Williams became the very first recorded female professional firefighter in 1835.
You go, girl.
Or lastly, the largest fire department in the world is in Tokyo. It has 18,000 employees. Which of those is a lie?
Number 2.
No, that's absolutely true. The average firefighter gets about 2 minutes to get dressed, and it's impressive because the stuff they wear weighs between 80 and 100 pounds.
Damn.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
All right, 1, 2, 3, or 5, Miss Deborah.
We're going 3, Mr. Jim.
Uh-oh, I have a problem here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Try Cialis.
No.
Viagra?
Hold on one second. Ah, there it is. Okay, very good. What number did you say?
3.
3, very good. Here we go.
You and that computer.
Dan, how you doing?
Man.
Hey, Jim, love the show.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that very much. We're talking about firefighters, buddy. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, firefighter needs about 100 hours of training before legally being allowed to enter a burning structure. Number 2, Molly Williams became the first recorded professional firefighter in 1835. Or lastly, the largest fire department in the world is in Tokyo, Japan, 18,000 employees.
Okay, I think the last one, I don't believe that at all.
No, that's absolutely true. Tokyo does have the largest fire department in the world,
Really?
and it does have 18,000 employees.
What?
All right, Deborah, 1, 2, or 5?
Let's go to 1.
Number 1, right up there, number 1? All right, let's do that then. Stan, how you doing, buddy?
What's going on, Mr. Jim? How are you today?
Doing good, boss. You got a 50-50 shot here. We're talking about firefighters. Which one of these is not true? Number 1, a firefighter needs 100 hours of training before legally being allowed to enter a burning structure. Or Molly Williams became the very first recorded professional female firefighter in 1835.
Well, I'll tell you, my wife's ex-husband was a firefighter. I'm going number 1.
No, that's absolutely true, dude. 100 hours of training is needed before you can legally enter a structure. I mean, I didn't know it was against the law to do it.
I mean, it makes sense. There's so much to learn with fire.
All right, Sophie's choice, Andrew or Josh?
Oh, I don't know, Todd. Andrew or Josh?
That's your call. They can hate you, not us.
Okay, let's go, Josh.
Oh, Josh it is. Josh, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
You are doing well now. Tell me if this is true or not. Molly Williams became the first recorded female professional firefighter in 1835.
You know, I'd like Molly to be my girlfriend, but that's false.
It's not. Do you think it's before or after that?
I gotta say after.
No, 1815 is when she became the very first female firefighter. I'm going to put you on hold, buddy. You are a wiener. Enjoy something nice from the old Jackie Sack. Yeah, that's absolutely true. 1815, Molly Williams.
Kicking ass.
Some other things you may not know about firefighting or firefighters before we get to the top of the hour with Ross Thoughts. What are you? Everything all right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You got something to say?
No, not yet. It's our time clock.
Oh yeah, no, we got you. We're close. Molly Williams, we got that one. Most firefighters who die on duty do not die in fires.
I would imagine.
What causes
Smoke
most
inhalation?
It is not.
I'm going to say cancer.
It is not.
Ooh.
They die from heart attacks while fighting the fires.
Oh, from all that heavy gear and stress on the body.
How about this? You ready? Firefighters are 12 times more likely to die of heart attacks while putting out a fire. 12 times more likely.
Damn.
With heartbeat rates that can go up to 175 beats a minute.
They really are heroes.
Yeah, they are completely heroes.
They really are heroes.
Where did firefighting start?
I want to say England. I want to say England.
That's actually a pretty good guess.
China.
Not in China, in ancient Rome. And
wow.
They were the very first society to have a group of people solely for fighting fires. They were called the Viglis. I think that was the name. And
before that, what? They just said, all right, let it go.
Just run.
I think the very first one in America was started by Benjamin Franklin, and they were called the Bucket Brigade.
Yep.
Yeah, it was just basically you threw buckets of water on the fire. In a fit of irony, the fire hydrant was patented in 1871. We don't know by who, because the records were lost in a fire.
Wah, wah.
And the last one, and I did not know this, I've never paid attention to this. Have you guys ever noticed that the top of fire hydrants have a color?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, you noticed that, right?
Yeah.
What is that for? What does that tell the firefighters? The color of the hydrant. They're red, but the top of them will have a little nut there or a little part.
Yeah.
And it is a color. What does that color represent?
Water pressure?
That's exactly what it is.
Really?
It's the flow volume of that particular hydrant so that they can determine how far the water can shoot and what they can do with it. That's exactly what it is.
Wow.
Every different color has a different flow volume, and they know that when they get to that hydrant, it'll produce that many gallons of water per hour, per minute, or whatever.
That's kick-ass.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, very.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Todd, again, thanks for coming by, buddy. We appreciate it.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. Our buddy Ross Padgett up next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
The roadways are busy, and so are emergency crews all throughout the area here. The ramp from US 192 to I-4 westbound, that's blocked. There's a crash off to the shoulder on the beach line eastbound before the Greenway. Traffic's bumper to bumper there. Everybody's heading towards the Space Coast this afternoon. I-4 eastbound before St. John's River Bridge. There's a crash off to the shoulder there as well. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by NobleGoldInvestments.com. The stock market can't go up forever. What's your plan for what comes next? If you don't have an answer, Noble Gold Investments can help. Noble Gold helps investors protect their portfolios with physical gold and silver. Download your free wealth protection kit at NobleGoldInvestments.com before it's too late. NobleGoldInvestments.com.
Man, you guys know for a fact I have purchased and sold a number of homes here in Central Florida. I think I'm on my 8th or something like that. But I did learn this, though. I know exactly what makes them sell, and I know for sure that you need a great real estate team to maximize the value of that property. And that's important. Here's why. That's usually your biggest asset. So when you move on and you sell that house that you've been paying for years, you want to get max dollar for that. The Nickley Group does that, averaging about 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and even better, selling those homes twice as fast. Let me tell you guys, that 6% could be thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. So don't make that mistake. And if you're looking for a home here in Central Florida, welcome to the area. Let me tell you, the Nickley Group is going to scour the entire area of Central Florida to find all of those homes that check every box for you and your family. This is what they do. This is the one reason they're the number one real estate team in all of Central Florida. They sell more homes than anybody. How about one every 9 hours? 4,000 plus 5-star reviews. And even better, they have a VIP program that's literally nuts. Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they get listed. That is a massive advantage. But if you don't want to deal with any of that, they understand as well. Their guaranteed cash offer program will take care of you. No showings or open houses. You can close that deal in just 14 days. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
Hush, little baby, yes you can. Mama's gonna buy you a prepaid plan. And with that Florida prepaid plan, Mama's gonna send you to college land. And when you're free to pursue your dreams, Mama's gonna watch your future beam.
Save for their story today. Plans start at just $29 a month. Enroll by April 30th and get $50.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter & Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Life's messy. Divorce, car accidents, business disputes. At TK Law, we handle it all with experience, strategy, and the respect you deserve. We're not a buffet. We're a firm trusted by our clients and respected by our peers. Our firm has been built on decades of results. Whatever life throws at you, TK Law is by your side. One team, one strategy, one clear path forward. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
You ever notice the first 4 letters in the word paint are pain? Because you're doing it yourself. And it's a pain. The prep, the taping, the mess, the ladders, the I'll finish it this weekend that never happens. So take the pain out of paint and call We Paint Everything today. Interior, exterior, cabinets, ceilings, even repairs before they paint. These are the pros who make your home look amazing without you lifting a finger. Don't live with the pain. Let We Paint Everything handle it. Call Raphael at 407-657-2000 or online at wepainteverything.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-478-6430 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-478-6430. That's 800-478-6430. What do you have to lose? Call 800-478-6430. Again, 800-478-6430.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
All right, welcome back to The Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Have no idea what our guest is doing. Literally no idea.
Same here.
Welcome back. I am Jim. There is Deborah.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Hi there.
Every Wednesday night around 8 o'clock, you can hear a show called Good Sauce. It's hosted by Ross Padgett and Joel Warren. We know the Ross part of that. We also know the Joel part. We like the Joel part a lot.
Yeah.
The Ross part we're trying to figure out.
Joel, very talented.
Very, very cool.
Ross is present.
Hey, you guys give it up for Ross Padgett!
That wasn't nice.
Well, let me tell you something, Deb. Although to you it wasn't nice, to me it feels amazing and it's perfect because I am right there with them. I agree. Joel is the best. That's why he's one of my best friends. That's why we've been working together, and it's working, man. Yeah. Tonight's episode is a banger, and the last 101 episodes have I would say 65% of them have been bangers.
Hey, has he talked to you about working with Colin Mockery to coming up Monday? We talked to Colin yesterday. Your brother was in, of course. You know that.
He probably doesn't.
I do not. In fact, I found out via you guys when I tuned in. My brother doesn't communicate, and it sucks. All right? There's no easy way to say this. Like,
your co-host is on the show Monday.
Yeah, it's unreal how little Chase actually talks to me. My brother is phenomenal, but boy, can he not let a brother know.
Hey, you were flexing the shirt into the camera. By the way, you can see this happen if you'd like. RealRadio.fm/watch. Check out our YouTube channel. Why does that? What is the wives and mothers thing? This thank you wives. Oh, I see. Thank you, wives and mothers.
Yeah, it's a complete sentence. That's all it says. It is what we sign off on every episode of Good Sauce. We haven't missed an episode without thanking our wives and mothers. And the main reason why being that Joel is a dad and I'm a dad, and it has redefined what I think about half of the planet.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Changes everything.
How is sweet Miles today? How's things?
Dude, he's so listen, I'm awkward whenever people bring him up because I know he's kind of perfect. He has done nothing wrong. So I almost like feel obligated. Like someone asked me the other day, they go, "How's your son?" I'm like, "He's good." And he goes, "Mine has colic." And I'm like, "Mine farted,and we all laughed." I'm enjoying this.
We jarred it and sold it.
That's right.
Like everyone.
He's saving it up till he turns 13.
Everyone loves my son, and the best news is that so far my son loves everyone back.
Very nice.
It's been so awesome. But tonight, let me tell you about tonight's episode.
Please.
A debut. Ever since, and a little real radio here, a little real radio history, to my knowledge, ever since Wanzi and Doug stopped doing movie reviews, almost close to 10 years now, 8-9 years ago.
8 years, yeah.
There hasn't been a real radio movie reviewer. And I have brought this up to you guys about like, I think I know this movie reviewer girl who is just starting off, but she's also just uber passionate about movies. It is probably one of do I think it's the funniest conversation we've ever had? Probably not. But do I think it's probably the best conversation we've had? Probably, because it's serious and it's something that has such a grip on society, but it's losing its grip. So I wanted to do my part at the very least to try to spread the love of movies, to talk about movies, to get people's brain thinking that, oh yeah, videos can also be horizontal. And then you can go ahead and maybe, just maybe, remind people how great movies are. And I think that's exactly what we did tonight.
Very nice. Is this Emily?
This is Emily.
Very nice. That's awesome. Now, she was your stage manager at your Fringe show a couple years back, right? Or did she do it both last year and the year before?
Someone check his temperature. He just made that up. That is not the same person.
No, it's not. Okay, good. I'm glad that. Because I thought it was. Matter of fact, I talked to somebody and they told me it was. So I wanted to clear that up. Thank you.
No, it is. She is a movie reviewer, and she is now starting her title, and we get to talk about a handful of things. First of all, you got a Project Hail Mary review.
Yeah.
I will sum it up by going, it's amazing. And I will also tell you it's kind of the only good movie that's come out this year.
Yeah. Oh, really? Jack said it was pretty good too.
Yep.
You didn't think the one that won the Oscar, was that last year or was that this year?
That would have been last year.
It would have been last year, of course. Obviously, that makes sense. God, I'm so stupid.
I mean, it started off with the whole complete sentence thing.
Yeah.
Back to the director of the show.
Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm taking off. Dad, come over here, please.
You got a rocket to catch.
No.
One of the funniest things, though, that we did stumble on, and here's my topic. I always try to show up on these Wednesday segments with some level of substance and a good talking point to leave you guys with. Let's see if we can do it. Around the room, what's more telling? Movies that you like or movies that you don't like?
Jesus, that's such a great question. Oh, that is such a great question. I think it's movies you don't like.
Yeah.
I think it's movies you don't like.
I think it's movies you don't like. And here's the thing. You can like a movie that isn't a good movie because it has something that you want, has something that you like. But, I mean, if you like
But if you don't like a good movie, there's something wrong with you, and we can immediately judge you.
There we go. There's Jack.
And it's one of those things where I'm with you, Jim. I think not liking one of the movies that everyone's talking about and you just walk out going like, I think I watched a different film. When you don't like something, you're being honest.
Yeah, I am. Because what was the water one? The Shape of Water?
Oh, Shape of Water. I did not think that was an Oscar winner.
Everybody went crazy over that, and I did not care for it. And I watched it twice. The same thing with the movie where it's kind of the Matrix-esque movie. There were two of them. Chris Nolan made them.
Interstellar?
Inception. That's another one that people loved. I do not care for at all.
See, now we can judge Jim on that.
Exactly.
Right?
He took the bait. Wow, you don't like Inception?
No.
What?
Did not care for it.
Shockingly, that's the fourth dumbest thing you've said today.
Well, I got to tell you, let me go for the top five then, because this thing that DiCaprio was in that won everything, or won the
one battle after another,
did not get that one either. As a matter of fact, can I tell you that crazy one from 2 years ago? I didn't get either.
Everything all at once.
No, man, I'm just didn't hit. I don't know what it is.
I'm with Jack and Ross. We can start to judge you now.
Okay, very good. That's fine.
I'll tell you this, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy to remember this. Is that Jim is responsible for one of the worst movie takes I have ever heard. It still makes me laugh because it's such a simple way of, I mean, it's not wrong. Here's the thing. I can't tell you that your opinion is wrong.
Okay.
I just love the theory. It was years ago. You go, man, I watched the new Jordan Peele movie and just make another Get Out. Just call it Get In. Just keep doing that. Why did he do Us? This is weird.
Yeah.
And I just love the thinking of like, dude, just do it again. And I would argue he tried. That was his best attempt at doing it again.
I thought you were going to say it was Coco when I said that the underworld looked better than the other world. That's
You're like,
the
why
only
would you want to be
person
alive again?
the only person to watch Coco and be like, I think I'd rather be dead.
That underworld party was lit. I don't want to be at that top party. There's too much judgment up there. Put me in that underworld party every day of the week. I'm there.
It is a very movie-centric episode. If you are into movies, if you want an update about the status of cinema, the future, the past, and the present of the thing that we love and that thing that we call movies, tonight's the perfect episode. It is genuinely one of the best conversations because there's a lot of bread. One of my biggest complaints, and I'm on this show, sometimes it's all sugar. And I don't want that. I want to also be human on Good Sauce because that's the whole point of Good Sauce.
Very cool, man. Well, I look forward to it. And I love movie reviews. And you've talked about this girl for a long time. So I'll be listening on the way home for sure.
I thought this was super cool. Do you know anybody else who goes into every January 1st with a goal of watching X amount of movies?
No, I do not.
Right? Well, cue my movie reviewer. She's going for 75 movies this year.
Wow, that's incredible, dude. That's bananas. Well, buddy, listen, that's 8 o'clock tonight. It's Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Emily's on tonight. She is going to do some movie reviews. It's supposed to be a really good show, so check it out tonight right here at Real Radio 104.1. And, of course, Ross will be with us tomorrow and Friday on the show as well.
Well, I'll send you an email about that. I think I might double up, and I'll see you a bunch next week. Watch out.
All right. All right, buddy. There's a good laugh for Ross.
Yay! Woo-hoo.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us, 77031. Deb is headed to the roof to give us a live call for the Artemis II launch, which is going on. What? You are, aren't you? Yeah, okay, very good.
You got 10 minutes to get up there.
Yeah, we'll do that in 1 sec.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
The ramp from US 192 to I-4 westbound, that's blocked. It's bumper to bumper on the beach line eastbound near the Greenway there. Everybody's heading towards the Space Coast to go see that rocket launch. Expect to pump the brakes on I-4 westbound through Celebration. I-4 eastbound before you head over St. John's River Bridge. There's an accident off to the shoulder getting cleared up. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
This is Ross Chastain, NASCAR driver and your Fresh from Florida farmer. When you shop for locally grown fruits and vegetables, look for the Fresh from Florida logo. It's a sign of local pride, peak freshness, and quality you can trust. That little logo, it's a big deal.
Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems in your house, it stops running. No showers, no flushing toilets, no sinks. It sucks. It's not good. And that's why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy. That's Modern Plumbing Industries. Just put another call into these guys this week because I have some water pipes that need to be capped up because we're doing a little reno and we want to make sure that's good and safe. Got to get the pros there, man, because if you make a mistake with your plumbing, it could cost you thousands of dollars. These guys do everything from houses to high rises. Employee owned and in business since 1975. And guys, they can handle it all plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And remember, when you book your appointment, please mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. They also have other cool stuff as well. $200 off any water heater installation or a free water heater flush with any service call. Call today. It's 24-hour service, 407-327-6000, or find them online at modernpi.com.
Core Flooring Center in Winter Park is the go-to destination for flooring. Visit coreflooringfl.com.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Orlando, the storm has arrived, and now it's time to turn up the intensity. This Saturday, April 4th at 8 p.m., your Orlando Storm are back at Inter Co Stadium for Game 2, and the energy is only getting stronger. Get your tickets now at uflstorm.com and be there when the storm strikes again.
Are you stuck staring at your W-2? Are tax refund worries holding you back? You probably have FOMO, the fear of messing up. The fix? Using TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. It's time to overcome your fear of messing up and get your taxes done right. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Florida, fire it up. Progressive Leesburg Bike Fest is April 24th through 26th. Everclear. Lita Ford. Sister Hazel. Live on the Budweiser stage, and it's all free. 3 stages downtown, over 30 bands, bike demos, the Wall of Death, and more. Powered by Gator Harley-Davidson and Discover Lake County. Upgrade your ride. Sunny's VIP tickets are on sale now at LeesburgBikeFest.com.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
For a limited time, get up to 30% off cruises, plus kids sail free.
To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Life doesn't follow a script. Divorce, car accidents, and business disputes. When life gets complicated, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a law firm with a reputation built on excellence, respected by peers, trusted by the community, and proven inside the courtroom. At TK Law, we've spent decades guiding clients through life's toughest moments with dignity and respect. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like classic hard rock. Essential classic rock that was truly hard and heavy. AC/DC, Metallica, Led Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, and more. Just open the free iHeartRadio app and search Classic Hard Rock. And Make it a preset now.
What's your case worth? Injury.com by Morgan & Morgan.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. Deb is on the roof. Hi, Deborah. How are you?
I'm on the roof of a building.
Jack is here as well.
I don't know how I should feel about this.
I know we're in a holding pattern, Deborah, right now.
RTD. RTDs go.
No, you're not. I can hear it in the background.
Rock.
No.
Rock is go. And CDR.
I believe they're going to start the countdown again. It was holding at 10 minutes, but they said that they're
launch director.
They're doing the go no go for launch right now.
All right, NPD, I copy. Okay, I'm going to make sure I'm going to acclimate myself as best I can.
Attention on the net. This is the launch director performing the final poll for launch.
Do you know which way to look? Because I just found out I was looking in the wrong spot for years.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
I got you can go to your phone, it's got a compass on it, and you just point that thing east, and that's where you're going. I swear I thought it was out here to the left and decided it's directly behind Jack. Like I can't even sneak through a window and see it.
Oh, Deb's looking in the right place.
Oh yeah, she's right there. Yeah, Deborah's on the roof of our building right now as we're waiting for the Artemis II to launch, the first manned rocket launch to circumvent the moon. And how long, Deborah? You were saying in early 20 years?
1972.
50 years.
50 years.
Since 1972.
How do you not know that?
No, so we've had people in space, though, right?
Yeah, but we haven't been to the moon.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't know.
The Apollo mission was the last one, and it ended in 72.
Got it.
Okay.
MM2.
You know, I really love you guys.
We are going for all humanity.
They're going.
They're going.
Yeah, they're going.
This is awesome.
All
Very
right.
exciting for Central Florida.
Where's the countdown, Jack? I don't see the countdown anywhere.
I am looking at it right now, and they are still holding at 10. I'm waiting for them to resume countdown.
All right, Deb, put us on hold real quick, all right? And then we'll come back to you in a few minutes when they get the countdowns a little bit closer, okay? Thank you, girl. Appreciate that so much.
There we go.
All right, so we are, Deborah is on top of our building. She is going to do her own shot when they restart the countdown. Of course, Artemis II. We just had Mike Leinbach in the building, not even, 2 or 3 weeks ago, talking about this, remember?
Yeah.
And it was weird because that night, if you'll remember, Jack, that night, they made the announcement that they didn't know if they're going to continue with this launch and program. And then literally 2 days later, oh yeah, it's a go, we're going.
Yeah, I think they said they had, a new announcement. And remember, they just brought the new director in and stuff. So, but they want to be very aggressive with this.
Yeah. And this thing is way different than the satellite launches we see, right? It's a considerably bigger and more powerful rocket.
This is the biggest rocket that we've ever launched, and it's the second time. Artemis I was the first time, and that was the unmanned version.
Right.
They're like, okay, it works. And so in Artemis II, they have 4 astronauts in that capsule, the Orion capsule at the top of that rocket.
Right.
And so it's going to go and then, go around the Earth a few times and go around the moon, and it's going to be gone for 10 days. Then they come back. Then Artemis 3, I believe they go into a lunar orbit, and Artemis 4, they land on the moon. I believe
that's how
correct.
it goes?
Yeah.
You would know way more than I. And so when you go over to the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex and you see the Saturn V rocket, right?
Which is immense.
You can't believe how big it is.
And this is bigger.
You can't believe it's multiple school buses. Each of the cones at the bottom, the acceleration cones or whatever they call those things.
Yeah.
Each one of those you could put a bus in. Yeah. That's how big the Saturn V is. When you go over and see it, it's overwhelming when you see it. And this is bigger than that. And it's only that little top piece, right? It's only that very little top piece.
Well, that's where the capsule is in the nose of it.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are not counting down yet. We're still stuck at T-minus 10 minutes, so we'll just kind of wait for a few minutes until they get going.
Deb's on the roof.
Still on the roof.
I see you, Deb.
What do you want to make her do while
I don't
she's
know.
on the roof?
I don't know, Deb.
Nothing. I'm on the roof. That's all I'm doing.
Isn't there like a lot of little rocks up there? See if you can hit
I have to crawl on the ground to get here, and I'm scared.
See if you can hit Jimmy's truck with a rock.
Do not do that. Do not increase the value of my truck. Do not do
a bad
that.
idea.
All right, they've still not restarted the count, Deb. We're still stuck at 10 minutes, okay? So we'll come back here in a second, and when we get going, do you have something that shows you they've started?
I do not.
Okay, you don't.
She's counting on us.
All right, we'll text you, okay? All right, you got it. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. While they're doing that, Jack, we'll talk about a couple things until we get started with the countdown. Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Very nice. Do you go to Disney very often?
No, I do not.
I don't either.
Yeah, I've been a handful of times. I've taken the kids and stuff, but,
Yeah, I haven't been out there, and I mean, my wife and I went out a while back, but I haven't been in a while. It says Walt Disney World is now unveiling a summer ticket deal and resort offers for family. And this is kind of a cool idea, right?
Yeah.
So what would you think they could do to reduce the cost of the ticket and provide people who maybe live around here a better deal?
So, free parking and give them food.
Yeah, they ain't never doing that.
What do you mean?
It says they're rolling out a fresh set of summer deals designed to give families more flexibility, more value, and more reasons to make memories in 2026. I got to tell you, the theme park stuff kind of airmails me because I'm not really into it a whole bunch, but it is a gigantic part of our lives here in Central Florida.
Another reason we judge you.
Right. But starting, let me see when it starts here. I want to make sure. I think it starts May 26th. And here's what they're going to do. This is Disney, right? A new after 2 p.m. ticket. So you go in after 2 o'clock in the afternoon and you skip the morning rush. And this is what they say, right? And you can still catch all of their must-do attractions. With longer summer park hours, visitors can take advantage of special evening entertainment, including Disney Starlight, the Dream the Night Away. Is that their new, like a parade or something? What is that?
Yeah, I guess. But this is like after hours?
Yeah, you just go in at 2 instead of 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever it is. The ticket covers one of the 4 theme parks per day with no theme park reservation required. A 2-day option starts at $235. So that means you could do 2 days, 2 different parks, but you go in after 2 o'clock, and that ticket's going to wind up costing you about $117. A 3-day option at $329.
It's still kind of pricey.
It is. I mean, but what are the 1-day tickets without that? Aren't they like $170 or something?
See that I stopped paying attention.
Yeah, okay.
When my kids got old enough.
Did you hear that, Deborah?
I did. I think that sounds like an amazing deal.
I do too, man. After 2 o'clock, it says beginning April 2nd, Disney Plus members enrolled in Disney Perks programs can unlock discounted rates at the resorts as well. So a lot of cool stuff coming up. And we have started the countdown. We're at T-minus 9 minutes, Deb.
Oh, good. Enough time to have a smoke.
Do you want to take a quick break, come back, and then we'll have it live?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Oh, back in a sec.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Happy Wednesday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we're going to be expecting warm temperatures, pretty seasonable overall, with a high of around 82 degrees today in Orlando. We'll see about a 20% chance of a few stray afternoon light showers. These will drift their way west as the afternoon and evening wears on. As we head throughout the rest of this week, looking drier with warming temperatures as highs approach the mid and upper 80s by Friday and Saturday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you've priced custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. That's right, from homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for you and your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers, and on any additional STIHL tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your STIHL equipment every day. Its STIHL zero-turn mowers are now available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
At Rental World, we've served Osceola County since 1971 with top quality equipment, competitive prices, and unbeatable service. From mini excavators and stump grinders to pressure washers and dump trailers. As a STIHL Elite dealer, we carry everything from chainsaws to trimmers, plus concrete saws and more. For a limited time, BR600 blowers are $50 off. FS56RC trimmers are $30 off, and more deals in store. Visit RentalWorldFL.com or stop by today. Rental World, making your job easier for over 50 years.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news if you're considering a reverse mortgage. Rates have improved again this week. Get a same-day quote at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
ThatmortgageguyDon.com. We're protecting your identity today.
Yeah.
Because AI was obsessed with you. Yeah. I'm Lori Siegel, and my new podcast, Mostly Human, is your bridge to the future.
Anyone can now be an entrepreneur. Anyone can build an app. And it's very empowering.
Tech moves really fast, but the Mostly Human podcast will help translate what all of this actually means for you.
You know, I think the reality is the genie's out of the bottle.
Listen to Mostly Human on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Mostly Human and start listening on the free iHeart Radio app today.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth LLC, a SEC registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC. RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Into land, just 2 miles off I-4.
To land and Ocala. RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code CURRENT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code CURRENT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan. You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Man, oh man, we got 30 minutes to fill with dominatrix Deb on the roof of the building. What are we going to do?
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. Deb is here.
Yeah, on the roof.
She's on the roof for the Artemis launch, which is coming up in about 2.5 minutes. Jack with us as well. Deb, this is exciting. I know that you guys are, I'm into it as well, but not like you guys. You guys are really excited about this stuff. And it's going to be just interesting to watch this thing go off. I actually kind of wish I was up there with you.
Well, you know, what's really cool is that this is a big moment for Central Florida, right? There's more space launches that happen off of our coast than anywhere else in the country. And this is quite honestly, I think a very big win for NASA, which we could use. You know, we hear about SpaceX and Blue Origin, but now NASA gets back in the news and hopefully gets us back on the moon.
Yeah, anywhere in the world, right? Nobody launches more rockets on planet Earth than us right here in Central Florida and over there at the Cape.
That's right. Between, you know, we see a SpaceX launch, every other day?
Yeah. Sometimes 2 in one day. We're at 1.5 minutes right now, Deborah. 1 minute, 30 seconds right now.
Well, I want you to know I have checked my compass on many an occasion while waving to the ducks to make sure that I am facing due east.
Okay, yeah, you're due east. If you just face due east, you should be just fine. It's coming up there. And the funny thing is, how stupid am I to look at this other window thinking it was the right way?
We're under a minute, Deb.
Under 1 minute.
Okay, great. And I just want to apologize to anyone who may be in the nearby office buildings wondering who the crazy lady is waving at ducks on the roof of a building.
And don't curse.
I want to know if you can...
I will not curse.
I want to know if you can feel it, Deb. Like when that thing goes off, are you going to be able to feel the rumble? How long will it take it to get over here?
I think it's about 20 seconds.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The speed of sound is like a few hundred miles per hour?
So it should take, I think I saw earlier on the news, about 30 to 45 seconds for us to be able to see it. We may hear the roar. I don't know if it's going to come this far outside of Sanford and Deltona. Those areas may get it more.
We are waiting now. We're less than a minute out.
Here it goes, baby.
All right, here we go.
Are
we going to count together when it's 10?
Booster ignition.
It's going, Deb.
Liftoff.
Right now.
The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
Good roll pitch.
Oh, boy.
Roger, roll pitch.
Can you see it, Deb?
She's got the...
Houston now controlling the flight of Integrity on the Artemis II.
It's just through that big cloud. Wait for it.
Whoa, man.
AMT high.
It's shaking my headphones.
Can you see it?
On time, passing 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Integrity passes the alternate beacon. Target milestone. Mission Control Houston, seeing good performance.
Unbelievable.
Space Launch System core stage. Integrity, 3 miles in altitude. Traveling more than 1,200 miles.
Yeah, look at that thing right there. Good job, Deb. Right there. Right there. Wow. Hear people screaming in the background? Unbelievable.
Wow! Oh my God, that is so cool.
Mission elapsed time, passing 1 minute, approaching max Q.
That is so cool.
Unbelievable. It's crazy that we can see it through your tiny little phone screen.
Thank God, because I can't.
Communication signal transfer.
Wow.
Integrity and supersonic. Approaching 90 seconds.
1,200 miles per hour.
Integrity is 14 miles in altitude, 8 miles downrange, traveling more than 2,600 miles per hour.
Oh, well, okay. The screen was wrong. Wow, that's so crazy, dude. Look at the flame that thing is throwing out, bro. That would cook a steak.
And then some. S'mores,
1 minute, 50 seconds of mission elapsed time. Standing by for main engine throttle down to 85%. Ahead of solid rocket booster separation. Expected at the 2 minute, 9 second mark.
You're listening to the Artemis launch on the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1.
Looks like cloud cover is going to obscure the rest of our view, but I'm going to keep pointing it that way.
Main engines throttling up. Guidance converged.
It looks like a meteor.
Yes.
Integrity, guidance converged, performance nominal, upper stage RCS ready. Copy all, Stan.
Oh, there go the boosters.
Wow, how?
Integrity, SM priming complete. SM priming complete.
2 minutes 45 seconds of mission elapsed time into the Artemis II mission. Thrusters on integrity and upper stage confirmed in a ready state ahead of service module fairing separation.
We just got a text from Mississippi. They can see it.
What? Whoa! What level of
3
nerd
minutes
do you
into
have
the
to be
flight.
to be able to
Integrity
design
49
this?
miles in altitude, 78 miles
All of it.
range.
It's
now
all the nerd.
5,000 miles per hour.
So cool.
People are saying their animals are freaking out because of the rumble. They can't figure it out.
No rumble up here yet.
Oh, you haven't heard it yet?
Nope.
It says it takes about 3 minutes or so to get over here. I can't
Launch
imagine.
board system jettison.
It looks like
integrity. Good last jettison. Great view.
they're so far up there, Jack. It seems like they're suspended in the air.
Jettison, Team Eco 8+02.
You might come back in now.
Yeah, come on.
Stay on board, stay
The door is locked. You're going to have to climb down the side.
And clear on Tigris at the common line.
No, I left my bra in it. We're
Okay.
good.
I'll be there to help in a sec.
Jump up. Let's see.
3 minutes 50 seconds into the flight of Artemis II, Wiseman, Glover, Cook, and Hansen crossed the boundary to space with good comm checks. GPS signals acquired after last jettison now working on internal checks to verify
Unbelievable.
accuracy.
Come on up, Deb.
Flight
Insane.
Dynamics officer analyzed the time of main engine cutoff, confirmed at 8 minutes 2 seconds, time of MECO.
There you go.
Pretty cool.
The Artemis II is off.
Yeah.
Everybody is safe. A successful launch and
on time.
On time.
Yeah, I mean, delayed a few minutes, but that we'll take that.
I mean, if you're in Central Floridian, a 10-minute break or a 10-minute delay is nothing. I mean, we've had them, stopped at the very last second. I mean,
for the 400,000 people who went hoping there's a launch, I've been to 2 night launches for the space shuttle, and the first night they canceled it, and you go through all that, then you got to drive home, and then you come out the next night. It was a 3 a.m. launch. We did it after closing the bar, and the second night they launched it, and a night launch is just
there's nothing like
spectacular.
it. There is nothing like it.
This window was 2 hours. If it was dark when that thing went off,
yeah.
oh, that would be sick.
That would have been crazy.
Yeah.
Deb will be back in a second. She kind of gives the idea what it was like to be out there. I didn't know anybody felt it. We are getting some texts now, but people are like, the rumble just freaked out my cat in Mississippi. It's just nuts how far away people can see it. And now we have I don't know what camera this is, but this looks like an acid trip that we're watching right now. That must be on the vehicle itself, right? Has to be.
Yeah, the camera. And that's the other thing that we, modern rocketry and space travel affords us is more real-time views because of streaming capabilities and lighter cameras.
Wow, man, it's so unbelievable. Well, there it is. The Artemis II is on its way. So, of course, as it makes through its mission, we're going to see a lot of updates about this because it was such a big deal for us as a country. So we are going to get a lot of Artemis news, I'm sure, over the next 2 weeks as the mission continues.
A listener texts in. They said it was about 4 minutes after launch when they could hear the rumble here in Orlando. And there was some cloud cover that made it a little harder to see over here, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. It's just, I agree with you, Jack. I have to tell you, being a little selfish, I'm glad that it went off because we were able to bring it to you on the air. But you are 100% right. Looking at the throngs of people that are over there who gathered to watch this as, tax-paying citizens, this is part of their dollar going to work for the country. And for them to be able to see it in daylight and really have a great experience. The weather's nice.
Yes.
It's very cool. So I think that's probably the number one thing is the fact that it actually went and all those people who took their time to go over there now have that under their wing. They can say
I get what you did there.
Do you think the business owners hope they would, have to come back another day?
I don't know, man. I bet it's going to be a 6.5 hour wait at Waffle House.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh, so how was it, Deb? You're welcome back. You made it
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was hoping to hear the roar, at least a little bit of it, but it was so cool to see it taking off because of the size of it, it's actually a lot easier to see than sometimes the SpaceX rockets.
Yeah, comparatively to the SpaceX's, and it's not even the same. That thing looks like a Roman candle. This thing looks like a freaking flamethrower going up.
Yeah. It was really cool
Incredible.
to see.
I wonder if Linebach watched it.
Oh, I'm sure he
had
did.
to have, right? I mean, that's his thing, right? He has to.
Probably from Play Linda Brewing.
Yeah. He actually lives over in that area, but and I'm sure he doesn't live far from the beach. He could slide over there and check that out. You think he he brims with pride at moments like this, even though he really wasn't part of this project?
Oh yeah, you're part of that organization.
Yeah.
That's your life. That's why when he goes back, he's legend over there.
Yeah.
He's retired, but he still walks around that place and everyone knows him. And
do you think these guys, when they get one up in the air and it goes so smoothly like it did this time, that tonight they are going to be toe up?
Oh, you know it. Well,
God almighty, can you imagine the tension that leaves your body when this successfully happens?
To a degree, they're still working for the next 10 days.
Yeah, I know, but they're shift work though, right? I mean, they're not sitting there for 10 straight days. I mean, you get this thing up in the air, clock out, and hit the bar for at least one or two, right?
They're cracking some beers.
Oh, you bet your ass. Insane, man. Like I said, we will certainly be getting updates. Deb will bring those to you daily in the news here on Real Radio and the Jim Colbert Show about how things are going with the Artemis. You know, what the crew's dealing with, the mission at hand. All those things will be happening for sure, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And, congratulations to NASA and to the entire team over on the Kennedy Space Center. Because, once again, it's always great to see new business come to the Central Florida region. And with that 400,000 people they were expecting, it's a couple $100 million economic impact they're expecting.
Unbelievable. And this thing will, the capsule will come down in the Pacific?
Yeah, right outside of San Diego.
Very nice.
And that's after 10 days.
Look at that view, guys. Look at that.
Yeah, this is the part of the launch that I'm looking forward to seeing when I get home tonight, because that's all.
Yeah, the orbital mechanics is what they're calling the separations and how the vehicle and the craft gets into the positions it is. I mean, they're showing a video of it right now on our screen that we have up at realradio.fm/watch, which is basically just an illustration of how the vehicle breaks down to get it just to the capsule so that they can do their jobs.
And they did a great job.
Texter says the launch crew over there works 48 hours straight. His wife's sorority sister works there and was on this launch team.
Wow,
that is
really?
So cool.
Incredible, man.
To be that smart.
There has to be so much pride involved with that. Like, I would bet that anybody that worked on this at all probably grabbed themselves a little something from this program that has the Artemis II put on it or whatever, and they're just going to, maybe make a shadow box out of that stuff because it's just so ridiculously cool.
Hope our buddy Todd saw it from the beach line.
Yeah, on his way home.
Oh, Jack,
he's probably still in the parking lot.
He probably is.
He said he was going to be.
I thought I waved to him when I was on the roof, actually.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. When we took an early break, so we're going all the way to the top. You got news here to say?
Yeah, I do, actually. We're, of course, going to be talking about NASA celebrating another successful launch. When the president is going to be addressing the nation this evening, and where you can catch episodes of Sesame Street for free.
Really?
Yeah, good news for some parents out there.
Did you hear that ticket deal? The Disney thing was kind of cool, right?
I thought it was because
Did you read about that today at all? Did you see it?
I did not hear any news about that.
Yeah, a ticket going in after 2:00, so you don't get there during the morning rush hour. And it didn't show like blackout dates, and it didn't show like it, not valid in the summer or not summer or fall or spring.
So it's like 40-30% off, and you just go later in the day?
Yeah, basically what it is.
All right.
I mean, I think it's a really cool deal.
You guys are blown away by it. I'm like, I still wouldn't.
It's just, here's the thing. I think that the theme parks realize that they don't have to worry about cutting prices most of the time. In summer here, it's brutal. And even the theme parks have not a tough time by any means, but, they have a reduction in crowds because it's so damn hot here. And I think for locals, they used to break out some deals for us. If you had a Florida driver's license, I know Universal used to do it.
Yep.
You could get in cheaper.
Florida discount.
Yeah. And I think that it's just kind of cool that they're doing this. They're also doing some really cool resort stays, which is awesome for staycations. For people who aren't taking longer vacations, you can get nightly rates out there for $99, like at the All-Star Sports Resort.
Yeah.
You can stay out there for $100 a night.
Anytime they do things to make it more economical for locals who live in the shadow of Disney but can't afford to go to Disney.
Yeah.
So if opportunities for people to experience it at least once, I'm all for it.
100%. And, a lot of the stuff is opening up. So one of the reasons they're doing this is because, there's some new stuff coming. Buzz Lightyear's Space Ranger Spin is going to reopen on April 8th.
I wonder if this is their way of kind of managing, the Disney files. The adults who will just go to Disney just to walk around or, after work. So that kind of gives them a better idea in the morning of, the families that are here visiting from out of state, they're going to want to get there first thing in the morning, but maybe they'll...
For those who can afford, my daughter has done this as well. The annual pass, it really takes, it's expensive, it's for the year, but it also takes the pressure because you can go just, for a few hours and then leave and not feel like you have to go. If you spend all that money for one day,
you're staying.
I'm like, no,
you're doing everything.
No, we are doing It's a Small World.
Let me tell you how miserable it was.
Yeah.
So when Disney MGM first started, and I was the second crew that got hired, they weren't prepared for the crowds to come in. I mean, they just were not prepared. They didn't expect that park to be as successful and as popular as it was. Well, you know what that means, right? That means the park then had to open at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, man.
Can you imagine working an attraction where you see a family of 4 and the kids are half asleep, the parents are half asleep, the kids are cranky, but they know they only have a limited amount of time to do this park, and damn it, we're doing this park. So it's not a fun experience when you go in that way. My only concern would be the summertime.
Yeah, and I
because going in at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's going to kick my butt.
Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is reopening in early May, so that'll be there for them. Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets is also going to be opening up. Let's see, Bluey and Bingo, May 26th, that's opening. Soarin' Across America is a new immersive flight experience there at Epcot. I guess they're switching that thing around again. That's also opening up in May. So they have a bunch of stuff. They have a new thing called Level 99, which is a New England-based entertainment venue that has over 50 physical and mental challenges in artistic environments. It's going to replace the NBA experience at Disney Springs and give you some team games, 2-story bar, Detroit-style pizzas, all kinds of cool stuff.
Well, that'll be fun. Yeah. That's the thing. They always have to stay one step ahead of the game.
They sure do.
Or you always have to be evolving because it gets old and you want those people to come back for more. And also, competition helps because it's like with Universal, open up Epic Universe. It's like, okay, how are we going to compete?
Right.
And that's interesting because Disney, I heard earlier, was like, yeah, we're going to just let Universal have their moment. We'll save our new rides and attractions for after the hoopla dies down.
I think the Big Thunder Mountain Railroad opening back up is kind of a big deal. I know the thing was shut down for like a couple of years. They were redoing the entire theme of it, right? Because it wasn't that the Brer Rabbit one? Or was that not? Was that not the Song of the South one? No, that was the other one.
Yeah.
No, it was, dude. I think that was the Song of the South one. I think so. And they nixed that entire thing.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. What happened? All right. 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Deb, let's get some news. What do you say?
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
And you saw it here first and heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show as well. But just in case, here's a little recap.
3, 2, 1. Booster ignition. And liftoff. The crew of Artemis II now bound for the moon. Humanity's next great voyage begins.
How about
Yay.
that? Very cool.
NASA launched Artemis II for its historic trip around the moon. The massive SLS rocket and Orion spacecraft launched from the Kennedy Space Center at 6:35 p.m. Eastern. With 4 astronauts on board, this is the first crewed mission to the moon since 1972. Even the crew makes history, right? You have the first woman going to the moon, the first black man going to the moon, and the Canadian that's leading this team. The team is made up of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian.
Cool.
They're scheduled to circle the moon on April 6th. The 10-day test flight will conclude with a splashdown off the coast of San Diego. All right, President Trump is set to address the nation tonight with an update over the war in Iran. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said on X that the address is set for 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Trump spoke yesterday, saying that he thought the war could end in 2 to 3 weeks. The president said Iran has been decimated and can no longer threaten the U.S. with the promise of a nuclear weapon. Trump has reportedly been considering a deployment of American troops on Iranian ground, and despite the fact that we hear there are no plans, it seems like every day there's word of another deployment.
Yeah, that's what I heard again today, or yesterday, actually.
Yeah. And then finally, this is kind of cool, especially for young parents. Maybe you don't want to have to spend a streaming service or your child isn't watching Ms. Rachel on YouTube. Episodes of Sesame Street are coming to Tubi. The free streaming platform is adding 250 episodes of the series, spanning from the beginning of the series. Imagine that.
Wow.
Right? To season 38. It is Tubi, right?
Yeah.
TUBI,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Tubi said on a quarterly basis, 10% of the episodes will be replaced with additional episodes. Now, the Tubi deal adds another where Sesame Street content is available as Netflix and YouTube also signed deals with Sesame Workshop to store current and old episodes for viewers. Morgan Freeman, I think, made one of his first appearances on television on Sesame Street. So many of famous stars that we know today actually got their start, or at least, you can see them on Sesame Street.
And the cool thing about that is you'll able to go back now and watch episodes that you watched as a kid. If you're like our age, you go back to the early 70s.
Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, it's so
Big
crazy.
Bird. Well, the good news is the episodes are available to view on Tubi starting today, April 1st, but that's no April Fool's joke. And you heard it here first on The Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah. Who do we have to thank today?
We have quite a list that we want to thank today. We want to thank, Emily Geis, Katie Cuffle, and Mocha, the guinea pig from the Central Florida Zoo. Also want to thank Orlando Sentinel columnist Scott Maxwell, Todd Cook, the ECO with the Solid Waste and Recycling Coordinator for the City of Melbourne over in Brevard County.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. Ross Padgett with Good Sauce with Ross and Joel. Episode 101 airs at 8 o'clock tonight. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate that very much. Jack, question of the day.
Speaking of our YouTube chat, if you noticed our lips not matching our voices, it's because we were out of delay to give you the launch in real time. So we're building that back up now, and that's a byproduct of that. The question was simple. Do you recycle? Jimmy, where do you think it falls?
Oh, I hope it's high.
25% say they do.
Oh, my God. What a pessimist.
It's going to be right around that.
I'm mad that it's 66% say they do.
Oh, that's awesome. Good job,
That is
guys.
not awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it is
That
awesome.
is not great.
Why?
It should be over 90.
Oh, shut
I know,
up.
but a
Wait,
lot
we're
of
going to take what
places-
we can get.
Well, a lot of places don't, like where I live.
Shameful. Shameful.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we'll have, no Danny tomorrow. Or is Danny? No more Danny
Last
tomorrow.
week
That's
was
right.
her last visit.
Wow, how'd
You
that go,
missed
by
it.
the way?
Really
You
good.
missed it like
awesome.
you miss all the major
All right, very
events
good.
on this show.
We will have Colbert Court with Glenn Klausman for sure tomorrow. And, of course, your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. On behalf of Deb and Jack, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Colbert Time. It's good sauce and real laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic Wednesday evening.
And go put some hump in your day. Bye.
Well, I don't know about that.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Klausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Klausman Law. KlausmanLaw.com.
The on-ramps reopened from US 192 to I-4 westbound. There's a crash on Orange Blossom Trail northbound at Miller Street, blocking all lanes. You're going to get stuck on I-4 westbound through Celebration. There's bumper-to-bumper traffic there. The roadways are busy on the Beach Line eastbound near the Greenway. Everybody's heading towards the Space Coast to go check out that rocket launch. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle from Blindster.com. If you've priced custom blinds at a retail store, you know how expensive they can be. At Blindster, we do things differently. You measure at home, install yourself, and save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, there's a new Bob Odenkirk movie coming out, and we have your chance to go to the screen.